Hello and welcome to Pabbly Connect. So in this video, we are going to discuss the top 15 WordPress automations that you can set up with Pabbly Connect. So if you're using WordPress to manage your website or to post new content and blog, these automations are going to help you a lot. So let's discuss a few of them. The first automation that we have is posting your YouTube videos on WordPress. So using this automation, whenever you share a new YouTube video on your YouTube channel, you can automatically create a post on your WordPress website for the same video and also add the video link too. So in this way, you can automate the process of posting new videos from your YouTube channel directly on your WordPress website. The second automation that we have is create WordPress posts from new Google Form responses. Let's say you and your team members on a regular basis create some content or post for WordPress. But due to security reasons, you don't want to give the access of your WordPress site to your team members. So what you can do, you can set up a simple automation using which you can get the post content using Google Form submissions from the user, and you can automatically create the post on your WordPress site using the same Google Form responses as well. Yes, this process can be automated. The third automation that we have is share WordPress posts to social media platforms. So using this automation, if you create or share a new post on your WordPress site, automatically you can share the same post on your multiple social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and whatnot. The next automation that we have is publish article on WordPress using AI. And this is the personal favorite one. So using this automation, you can use the power of AI, artificial intelligence, to generate some content for your WordPress blog, and you can automatically create a blog for that same topic which you have selected. The next one we have is send WhatsApp notification to new user registered on WordPress. So using this automation, guys, you can basically send a WhatsApp notification to the same person who has just now registered or signed up on your WordPress site. That too automatically. So you don't have to put any manual effort over there. So guys, these were just a few of them. But in this video, we will be discussing the top 15 WordPress automations, and we are going to show you the step-by-step process that how you can set up all of these automations by yourself. So without any further delay, let's begin with the process.
In this video, we will learn how to publish YouTube videos to WordPress automatically. So let's say you publish lot of videos on your YouTube channel and you want to upload the same videos to your WordPress website as well in order to create a blog post. So you have two choices. Either you can copy the video and upload the same video manually to your WordPress website, or you can completely automate this process. How? Whenever the video is published on your YouTube channel, the same video will be automatically uploaded to your WordPress website and the post will created automatically. Yes, it is possible, and if you want to set this automation for yourself, just follow this video till end. So in order to create this automation, first I need to connect my YouTube channel with WordPress website, and since there is no direct connection in between these two applications, I'll take help of an integration and automation software, Pabbly Connect. You can also reach to this website by typing pabbly.com/connect. I will also attach this link in my description box. Now first you will have to create your free account from this blue button, and you will also get free task to test this automation in the free account. Now I am already an existing user, that is why I am clicking on sign in, and then I have clicked on access now, and this is how you can also reach to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Firstly, click on this blue button, create workflow, and enter workflow name here. So provide any random name to your workflow, to your automation. I am providing automatically upload YouTube videos to WordPress as blog post. Okay, click on create and you will find two boxes in front of you, trigger and action. Trigger means when this happens, action means do this. When this happens, do this. Understand with an example. Whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, automatically send an email via Gmail application. According to our use case, whenever the video is uploaded in YouTube application, automatically create a blog post in WordPress application. So basically, we need to always select the application in which we are setting up an automation, and here we are setting up an automation in between YouTube to WordPress, in between YouTube and WordPress. So that is why I am selecting the same, and since I want that whenever a new video is published in the channel, I want the same, so I have selected the same trigger event. Click on connect, click on add new connection, click on connect with YouTube and provide the access of your channel here so that I can actually connect my YouTube and Pabbly Connect. Click on continue, and this is how you will see the channel will be immediately connected. You can see connected. Now it is asking for the channel ID. Well, my channel has the same ID, Pabbly only, which has got selected automatically. Now I will click on this button, but when I will click on this button, what will happen? The most recent videos which has got published on my channel, the data for the same will be automatically fetched up here in Pabbly Connect. So how about I upload a new video in front of you, and I'll show you that how the same video, the detail of the same video will be automatically fetched up in Pabbly Connect. This is the video how to contact Pabbly Connect team. Open. Now the title for the same, well, I am keeping the same title. Click on this, no, it's not made for kids. Visibility, okay, make it public, and I am going to publish this video. Wait for it. So you can see the video has got published. I am going to close this video and we'll come back to Pabbly Connect and we'll click on this button, save and send test request, and wait for the response. And you can see the response is received. Let me even show you the details one by one. Here is the published time of the video, and here is the title of the video, how to contact Pabbly Connect team. Well, it is the same video which we have just published, how to contact Pabbly Connect team. Okay, moving further, here is the published time once again, and here we also have the video URL and the embed URL. Let me even show you, and let me even open this video URL right in front of you and will show you it is the same video. Okay, you can see how to contact Pabbly Connect team. So I am right now closing this video and coming back to Pabbly Connect, and now I want to upload the same video to my WordPress website. I want to sync the uploads of new YouTube videos with WordPress. So that is why I have selected WordPress and create a post. Click on connect. Click on add new connection, and for connecting WordPress with Pabbly Connect, it is asking for the username of your website, password of the website, and the base URL. So base URL is basically the same URL up to this particular section. So I'm going to copy and paste it here, and in case you are not sure what value you'll have to copy, you can actually read these instructions. Okay, coming here, it is asking one more thing. Here you will have to read the note. The integration uses the basic authentication method and requires that the WordPress REST API authentication plugin be installed and activated on your WordPress site for authentication. Before you proceed, please install and activate the plugin with basic authentication method configured. So providing the username and password will not be sufficient. You'll have to install this plugin also into your WordPress website for the basic authentication. Then only we will be able to connect our WordPress and Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to my WordPress website, and here I'll go to plugin section, and let me increase the zoom percentage so that you can see it clearly. Here is the plugin section. Let me click on add new, and here I am going to search for the same plugin, which is WordPress REST API authentication. Okay, search for the same. Here's that plugin, WordPress REST API authentication. Install this plugin. Now the plugin has been installed. Click on activate and activate this plugin. All right. Now the plugin has activated also. Let me search for the same. Where is the plugin? Here is the WordPress REST API authentication. Click on configure. Click on this basic authentication and make sure it should be corrected. It should be tick marked. Click on next and directly click on this finish button, and this is how you can actually complete the basic authentication method. It is actually configured successfully. Coming back to Pabbly Connect, and as per the instruction we have done this step. Now I'm going to provide my username and password here. Well, I have provided my username and password. Clicking on save, and you will see the WordPress website. Well, invalid credential or base URL. Let me check what exactly I have done. Well, I have reinstalled the plugin and checked for the configuration, and then I am clicking on the save button once again, and you can see my WordPress website is connected with Pabbly Connect. Now it is asking for the type of the post. I want to keep it as post only, and it is asking for the post title. You do not have to provide the details manually. Remember, we have received the response here, and we are going to fill the same response here in this field, and enter text or map data. Read here, click on this field, and you will find the above options here in the drop down. You just need to select for the title. This is going to be the title of my blog post. Okay, how to contact Pabbly Connect team. It is asking for the post content. Well, I want that the YouTube video should be the content of my post. So I am going to provide the URL of my video, the embed URL. So I have added the same. It is asking for the slug. Well, I am going to keep the slug as the title only. So again, I have mapped from the YouTube response only. In case you want to fill these fields, you can do this as per your requirement. For now, I am only providing the mandatory fields, the important fields. Okay, so everything is done, and it is asking for the feature media ID. Well, right now I'm not going to upload any media, so I have to delete this particular. How I can actually delete this? Simply enable this mapping option and remove this ID, and this is how you can remove the existing feature media which was about to upload with your YouTube video. So I have removed the same. Format will be the standard. You can choose as per your choice. Ping status, comment status, author ID. Well, I want it to upload as Shri Neeraj. Okay, so I have selected the same, and here I'm not going to provide any password, and make sure you make the visibility as publish only. In that case only your blog post will be published automatically. Now I'm clicking on this button, but wait, let me first open the blog section of mine. Okay, open in a new tab, and here is the blog post section. This is my post section. Coming back to Pabbly Connect, click on this button, save and send test request. Wait for the response. All right. So the response is received. Here is the date, here is the URL of your blog, and here we have everything, every data. Here is the slug, here is the status of the blog, here is the title of the blog. Coming back to my WordPress website, let me first refresh it and check whether yes, the same blog post has been created here. Let me even preview this particular blog, that how exactly it is looking. You can see the same title, how to contact Pabbly Connect team, and here is the same video which we have published on our YouTube channel. Okay, let me play this video. All right, how to contact Pabbly Connect team. Well, it is the same video which I have published on my YouTube channel, and this is how now onwards, with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can actually upload your YouTube videos directly to WordPress website as well, that too automatically. You do not have to manually copy the code and paste it here. Everything will work with the help of automation, and once you have created this automation, you do not have to do anything manually. I am repeating this again, and in case you want to clone this setup into your account, I will attach the shareable link of my workflow which I have just created in front of you in my description box. How to write healthcare articles automatically using AI. Here AI means artificial intelligence. So if you are running a healthcare blogging website and you always have to publish the articles related to medical and healthcare industry, then this video is for you, because here I am going to teach you how you can completely automate your blog writing and blog publishing tasks. Okay, so you just need to add your blog title into the spreadsheet, and the title will be picked up automatically. The blog will be generated along with the image, and it will even be published on the WordPress website automatically. You do not have to do anything. So if you also want to learn this process, come with me and I'll show you the whole process step by step, and I will even tell you about this OpenAI software. So come with me and let's start the process. So this is the spreadsheet I have created with the name weekly health blog list, and here I am going to add the blog titles one by one, and you will see as soon as I am going to do that, the blogs will be generated automatically using this OpenAI application, and it will be even drafted or published automatically in your WordPress website. And for that I'll have to build a connection in between Google Sheets, WordPress and OpenAI, and I'm going to do that with the help of Pabbly Connect. Well, it is an amazing integration and automation software, and you can also reach here by typing pabbly.com/connect. Now if you are a new user, you will have to sign up for free, where you will also get free tasks to test these kinds of amazing automation, that too every month. I'm already an existing user of Pabbly Connect, so that is why I'm clicking on sign in. I have clicked on access now, and this is how I will reach out to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Now the very first thing is you will have to click on this blue button, create workflow, and just provide a random name to your workflow, to your automation. So let's say I'm providing the name as when title is added in sheet, create blog via OpenAI and post on WordPress. Okay, so click on create, and you will find two boxes in front of you. Those are actually trigger and action. Trigger means when this happens, action means do this. So whenever this happens, do this. Understand with an example also. When a sale happen in a payment gateway application, let's say send an email via Gmail application. Well, here according to our use case, whenever the blog title is added in Google Sheets application, automatically create a blog via OpenAI application. All right, and after that automatically publish the same article via WordPress application. So this is how we need to always select the applications in which we are setting up an automation, and in this video we are building an automation in these three applications. So that is why the first application here will be the Google Sheets, and as soon as I have selected these two things, here you can see a webhook URL and few set of instructions. So I am going to copy this webhook URL and I am going to connect my spreadsheet with the help of this URL. So go back to the spreadsheet where you are going to add your blog titles. Here you will find an option of extension. Click on add-ons, click on get add-ons, and here exactly you will have to search for Pabbly Connect webhooks. Okay, so this is how you will find the add-on of Pabbly Connect webhooks. Well, it is already installed into my account, but make sure whenever you are going to create an automation, you will have to firstly install this add-on, and after installing this add-on, again click on extension and click on Pabbly Connect webhooks option and open this initial setup box. And here exactly we are going to actually copy and paste the same webhook URL. Okay, I have pasted the same. It is asking for the trigger column. Well, the trigger column will be your final data column, on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So basically it is asking you to provide the final data column on the filling of which this automation should trigger, or you can say the data should send. So I want whenever the data is filled up to B column, this automation should trigger. So that is why here I will add B as the trigger event. All right, and now I will click on send test, but before that firstly I'll have to fill this particular column also. Okay, so the blog title is how COVID-19 has transformed the public policy, and how about I add the date of today's. Okay, that is 15th of December. Okay, now finally again I'll open this dialog box, and here I will add the trigger column as B. Okay, so here is my webhook URL, here is the trigger column. Clicking on this button send test, and you will see that the response will be received immediately into the Pabbly Connect. Here you can see, and you will have to submit it and close this box, and you will see the setup has been configured successfully. Okay, so this is how you can connect your spreadsheet and Pabbly Connect, and this is how you can capture the data here. Here you can see the details. The trigger column is the B column. Here is the spreadsheet name. We have the sheet 1. Here is the row index. Here is the date of creation, and finally the blog title, with the help of which we are going to generate the article. And we are going to generate the article with the help of OpenAI application. So that is why in the second application, as a second application, application, I'll select this particular application, and in the action event, well, I want to generate a content, so that is why I'll go with the same. Now before I connect to my OpenAI application with the Pabbly Connect, firstly I'll take you to the website of OpenAI and I'll tell you everything about this application. So open the new tab, and here you will have to search for the openai.com, and this is how you can reach out to the website of OpenAI. Clicking on this API section, and I am going to directly log in into this application. Well, OpenAI is an amazing AI research and deployment company using which you can perform various AI activities, AI related activities, and in this video I'm going to show how you can generate the articles using artificial intelligence technique. Okay, so build next gen apps with OpenAI's powerful models. So firstly I am going to log in into this particular option or application, as I already have an account into it. Okay, and after login to the dashboard of OpenAI, you'll have to directly open this playground section. Here you can see, as the name suggests, playground, we are actually going to play with her content. Okay, so as soon as I'm going to provide some instructions here, you will see the articles will be generated automatically. So how about I just give a command, an instruction, something like write a story on dog, and you will see the magic. Okay, so I'll have to correct the spelling first. Write a story on dog and click on submit, and you will see the blog, the story will be generated automatically as per the instructions I have provided here, basically as per the settings. Okay, so once upon a time there lived a young boy named John who had a pet dog named Max. Max was a big black Labrador and was the most loyal and caring pet anyone could ever ask for. So you can clearly see that what an interesting story it has generated. And not just the story, you can even make use of OpenAI for generating the articles, for generating the replies and reviews of the Google My Business, or to perform several kinds of activities such as image creation, etc. Okay, and in this video I am going to make use of OpenAI for generating the blogs, basically the travel blogs. Okay, but before that, let me give you a quick explanation of all the features. Okay, so once you will reach out to the playground section, you will find various options in the right hand side. So let us discuss this quickly one by one. So firstly, it will ask you the model. Well, I am going to generate the articles using this text, the Vinci 003 model, because it is the most capable model in the GPT-3 series via which you can generate the articles. Okay, you can select your model as per your choice. Okay, now it is asking for the temperature, so we will have to read the instructions that it controls the randomness. Okay, lowering results in less randomness completion. As the temperature approaches to 0, the model will become more deterministic and repetitive. So you'll have to provide a value, so that instead of providing the deterministic and repetitive content, it will provide you the unique content. So that is why I will go with this 0.7 value. Now it is asking for the maximum length, the maximum number of tokens to generate. Request can use up to 2048 or to 4000 tokens shared between the prompt and the completion. The exact limit varies by model. One token is roughly 4 characters for normal English text. So you can assume that the maximum length is actually considered as the number of characters of your article. Okay, here right now I will proceed with the 256 characters only. Okay, asking for the stop sequence, up to 4 sequences where the API will stop generating the further tokens. The returned text will not contain the stop sequence. So you can use any random sequence for as a stop sequence for your content. So what does it mean? Let me show you that. Let's say I am providing the instruction as write a reply for this. Okay, and here I am going to provide the content as thank you for sharing this video on YouTube. So assume that someone has just posted this particular comment and you want a reply to be generated, right? A reply for this, and here exactly I'll use my stop sequence. Basically I'm telling the system that here exactly it should consider the text has ended. Okay, clicking on submit and you will see that you're welcome, I'm glad you found it helpful. The reply has been generated automatically, and here it has find out the sequence. Okay, so you can provide the sequence as per your choice, asking for the top P. So control the diversities via nucleus sampling, and 0.5 means half of all likelihood weighted options are considered. Again, it controls the randomness and the originality of the model, so you can even read more about the nucleus sampling. Secondly, it has the frequency penalty, so how much to penalize new tokens based on their existing frequency in the text so far. So basically, it decreases the model's likelihood to repeat the same line verbatim. Okay, so it completely depends on what the frequency you are considering here, and based on that, it will generate the content. It will repeat the lines, or it will provide the unique content. The presence penalty, well, how much to penalize new tokens based on whether they appear in the text so far. Basically, it increases the model's likelihood to talk about the new topics. All right, best of, well, it generate the multiple completion server side and displays only the best. Okay, so streaming only works when set to 1. Okay, since it acts as a multiplier on the number of completion, so this parameters can eat into your token quota very quickly. So generally, it provides the content best out of 1, best out of 2. Okay, so it is completely again up to your choice. If you are going to provide the number as 3, it will generate the content 3 times, and then it will provide you the content best out of 3. Okay, so this is how one by one you can do these settings, and after you have set up the account and perform all these settings, so come back to Pabbly Connect, and here I am going to connect my OpenAI application with Pabbly Connect, for which it is asking for the token, and for the token you can directly access this particular link, this particular page. And since I'm already logged in, it has taken me directly on the same page. Click on create a new secret key. Well, user already has a maximum number of keys, so how about I delete some few of the keys. Okay, I have deleted the same, and now I am going to create a new key, and what I can do is I can save this particular key somewhere, so that I don't need to always generate the new key in future and further. Okay, coming back here, pasting it here and clicking on save, and my OpenAI application will be also connected with Pabbly Connect. Now it is asking to select the AI model. Well, I have just told you that the text Vinci 003 is the most capable, so how about we go with the same, the text the Vinci 003. Asking for the prompt again for the instruction, and you can actually check the supported prompt formats directly from here. For now, I'm going to provide the prompt as write an article on, and how about, okay, let me correct the spelling, article on, and how about we provide the title which we have fetched from our Google Sheets into the Pabbly Connect. So here we have the title, and I don't need to copy and paste the title manually. We are going to map it, and mapping is very simple. If you will click on this particular field, the same above data will be visible here in the drop down. You just need to select that particular data, and this is how it will mapped. And mapping is very important here, because whatever the details you are going to map will be automatically changed as soon as the new data will be captured here. Basically, the new data will be sent via Google Sheets. Okay, so that is why mapping is important, and via the help of mapping only, this automation is going to take place. Now it is asking for the maximum tokens. Well, it is up to you whether you would like to generate a bigger content or a shorter content. So how about I provide something like the 500 characters or you can say a 500 tokens, and the default value here is 256. I'm also going to leave all these fields blank, so that it will automatically take the default value. Best of, well, I would like to generate the content, basically the best of one content only. You can again read the instructions if you're not sure about the setting. Now I am going to click on this button, and you will see the content will be generated automatically as a response here, as a response of OpenAI application in the Pabbly Connect. Alright, it is taking time. I'll have to wait for that. And here you can see the loading has been done, the response has been received. Let us check the content. Under this choice 0 text, you will find your content. The COVID-19 pandemic has had an unprecedented impact on public policy in the United States and around the world. From the federal government to the state and local governments, the virus has forced policymakers to reconsider their approaches. So here you can see a very nice article has been generated automatically. You just need to create this automation inside Pabbly Connect once. All right, so after you have the content, I would also like to generate an image also for that very same content. So how about we select the OpenAI application once again, because again I'm going to generate the images via OpenAI application only. All right, and in the action event this time I will select this generate image action event. Now click on connect, and this time I'll go with the existing connection, clicking on save, and my OpenAI application is again connected with Pabbly Connect. Again it is asking for the prompts. So how about I write something like generate an image on, and again I am going to map the title, and we have the title from the Google Sheets. All right, I have mapped it. Number of images to be generated, well, I would like to generate only a single image for my blog, so that is why I'll go with the same. Well, size, it is totally dependent on you that which particular size you would like to generate the image. So I would like to generate the image of 512 size. Clicking on this button and you will see the image will be also generated. Well, here in the response I can see there is an error message. What is that message? Your request was rejected as a result of our safety system. Your prompt may contain text that is not allowed by our system. I think I have provided the content, basically I have provided the title which is not coming under the terms and condition, under the conditions of OpenAI. So how about we first check what exactly we are doing. Okay, so this is the dashboard. So here I am going to open the image generation section of OpenAI, which is actually in the beta mode, and click on this preview app section, and it will directly take us to the image generation section of the OpenAI. And how about I try to generate the same image from here exactly, basically from the openai.com directly. Okay, so we had the title as how COVID-19 has transformed the public policy. Okay, so how about before I try generating the image for the same, how about I generate the image for, let's say, a dog. So I'm going to click on this button and let's say whether it is providing me the image related to the dog. All right, well, it is actually taking a time, and yes, it has generated the image for the dog. Now I'll be trying to generate the image for this particular title, and let us see what it is giving me in return. Well, it is saying that it looks like the request may not follow our content policy. So what is this content policy? I'll have to check why it is not providing me the image. Okay, thank you for trying our generative AI tools in your usage. You must adhere to our content policy, and here they have mentioned that do not attempt to create, upload or share images that are not G-rated or that could cause harms. And here they have specified some points, and I think I am violating some of the condition because I'm actually trying to generate the public policy related content, because my title is actually on the transformed public policy. So I'll have to make sure that whenever I am trying to generate the content via OpenAI, and if that content is actually related to the health policies, or if it is related to the political issue or some illegal activities, openai.com is not going to entertain such type of article. So I'll have to remember that while generating the content, in few cases it is not going to provide me the image. So either I can try to generate the image for some other blog and then I'll show you how you can create the image, or for now I can also replace this title. And how about I provide the title manually for now, just to show you how images can be generated. Okay, this time I am adding this particular text manually, but you will have to map your title from the above window. All right, and while generating the image for any content, you will have to remember that you cannot violate the condition of OpenAI. Okay, and number of image will be the same one, size will be 512 clicking on this button, and this time I'm really expecting the image to be generated, and I really want to show you how image generation part can be automated with the help of Pabbly Connect. All right, you can see the response is received and the image has also generated. I am going to copy the image URL, open in a new tab, and will show you that image has been generated. All right, you can see a nice image has been generated on the coronavirus topic. Okay, and now what will be the next step? I am going to draft the same article into my WordPress website directly, and that process will be automated. Okay, so for that you'll have to click on this plus icon and search for the WordPress here. All right, I have selected the same, and in action event, well, I would like to generate a post, I would like to create a post, so that is why I'll go with the same. Click on connect, click on add new connection, and it is asking for the username and password, so I'll be adding the same. And this integration uses the basic authentication method and requires that the WordPress REST API application authentication plugin be installed and activated on your WordPress. So before I provide this username and password, you will also have to install this particular add-on into your WordPress website. So after following these instructions, I'm going to perform the same. So this is my WordPress website. Let me search for the plugin section. Okay, where is the plugin section? Here it is. Let me open that, and the name of the plugin is actually WordPress REST API authentication. So I'm going to search for the same into my plugin section. Okay, so copy, come back here, and here I'll be searching for the same. Okay, and let me search if this particular add-on has already installed on my WordPress website or not. And yes, it is already installed. You can see it is showing deactivate, so that is why it is already activated. So when you are going to install it, you just have to actually click on this add new button, and from here exactly search for this plugin, and you will actually find this plugin. And this is how from this activate button you can easily install this plugin. For now, I will again directly open this plugin section, and here I will search for this plugin once again. Okay, so let me again search for this plugin. All right, here's the plugin. Go to the configure section, and in this configure section you will find this option basic authentication. Click on that and make sure this particular option should be ticked mark, username and password with base 64 encoding. Finally click on this next and click on finish, and this is how the basic authentication method is configured successfully. Okay, so coming back to Pabbly Connect, and as per the instructions we have followed all the things. Now you just need to provide the username, the password and the base URL. Again read the instructions. So the base URL should be actually consist with the HTTP and HTTPS also, and just read the instructions. Here I will go to my website and I'm going to copy the base URL of my website, and here I'll be providing the same, and let me again provide the access also. After providing all these details, clicking on save, and you will see my WordPress website will be immediately connected with Pabbly Connect. Well, you can see the WordPress account is also connected with Pabbly Connect. Now I'll provide few details and you will see how the blog will be drafted automatically into WordPress. Firstly, it is asking for the post type. So I would like to draft a post only. So I'll go with the same setting. Asking for the post title, what should be my blog title. So I'm going to map the title from my spreadsheet response which I have done. Asking for the content, well, we have generated the content via OpenAI application, basically via generate content action event. So I'm going to open that thing, and here I'm going to map the content which I have generated. So choice 0 text, the COVID-19 pandemic. All right, the content has also been mapped. Now it is asking for the slug. Well, I would like to keep the slug as my title only. So how about we map the title also again in the slug section, except, well, it is not a mandatory field, so I'm going to leave it. Finally, it is asking for the status, whether you would like to directly publish the articles or whether you would like to save them as a draft. So since I'm generating the articles with the help of artificial intelligence technique, so instead of directly publishing the article, instead of making them live on my website, firstly I would like to review them, and if I feel like the blog is really good, then only I would like to publish it. So instead of publishing the blog directly, I will go with this draft section. Okay, I would like to draft my content, and then I'm going to make these blogs live whenever I want. Alright, now I would like to keep all these fields as it is. In case you want to provide any data, you can also do the same. Now I'll be finally clicking on this button, but before that, let us go back to the post section of WordPress, and here currently the most recent article is new authentication method. Coming back here, clicking on this button, save and send test request, waiting for the response, waiting for the blog to be drafted. Alright, it is taking time. Here you can see the responses received. Let us go back to the WordPress, and here here I'm going to refresh my WordPress website, basically the dashboard, and here you can see the article has been drafted automatically with the same title, how COVID-19 has transformed the public policy. Clicking on preview. All right, so I have previewed it. Let us check, and yes, we have actually received the article how COVID-19 has transformed the public policy. Well, the article is looking good, but I'm not really sure about this featured image, that from where this image has came from. So I'll have to check my settings once again. All right, so this was the slug, the excerpt, the status, category, tags. All right, I think I have forgot to delete this media ID. Okay, so what can I do is I can enable this mapping button and remove this existing feature media ID, and you will see this feature image will be disappear from the blog. All right, for now I would like to focus on this particular content only, so let us ignore this image and focus on our article. All right, so we have all the data, we have all the content. Now I would like to embed my image as well with this particular content. So how about I map the image here? So along with this particular content, I would also like to map the image URL, and let us check whether I would be able to attach the image also or not. Okay, so here I have mapped the image, and how about we click on this button once again. But if I'll clicking on this button, you will see my blog will be generated twice. It will again generate the blog as per the automation. All right, so response is received going back to WordPress, and here I am going to refresh once again, and we again have the blog. Let us preview this particular blog, and let us check whether the image of coronavirus is updated or not automatically. All right, I cannot see the image, but I can see the image URL, and I think the WordPress blog is not supporting this kind of image URL which I have provided here. Basically I have mapped here in the post content. Okay, so here was the post content field, and I have mapped the URL, basically the image URL. So I think I'll have to provide the image code as well, then only my image will be inserted into the blog. So open the Angular bracket, write img image source equal to, and then press an inverted comma, and after this inverted comma you will have to map the image URL, and then after the image URL you will again have to close this inverted comma and close this Angular bracket as well. Now I am going to again check whether the image is being captured or not, being added or not into my WordPress blog. All right, so I'm waiting for the response. Response is received. Let us go back and refresh and check the third blog whether it consists of image or not. I'm going to open the preview of the same blog in the new tab. I'm sorry for that. Well, the image is still not visible. I'll have to cross check my code once again. All right, I think I have added one extra space here, so how about I remove this extra space, and then I'm going to again test whether the image is being added or not. Okay, again clicking on button and going back to my WordPress website, going to refresh again, and here I'm going to again check my WordPress blog, and I'm really struggling for this image. Well, don't worry, we just need to figure out this process just once, and after that everything will work automatically. All right, here you can see my code was actually correct. So this is how you can also generate the images automatically, and you can embed the images automatically within your blog, within your article. So I have done the testing of this image at least 4 times here, but when you are going to generate the blogs, make sure that you provide the image code, you provide the image URL in the first time only, so that you will not get the repetitive articles here. And this is how, with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can generate the blogs and insert the image and then publish it or draft it into the WordPress website automatically. Simply add the titles here and create this automation inside Pabbly Connect just once, and after that everything will work in the backend. Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. In case you want to clone this particular workflow into your account, I will attach the shareable link of my workflow, the same workflow, into my description box. You just need to click on that link, sign up for free in the Pabbly Connect, and the same workflow will be cloned into your account, that too for free. Alright, so let us check this automation is working in real time or not. So here I am going to provide one more blog title and you will see the blog will be generated automatically. So into my notepad, I have already prepared one title, how to transform healthcare management and delivery with analytics. So I'm going to paste this particular blog title here, and as soon as I am going to fill this particular column, basically the column B. So let's say it is 16th of December. I'm adding this particular date here and I'm going to press enter and you will see the blog will be generated automatically. So let us refresh our WordPress dashboard and waiting for the blog to be created. Well, I'll have to refresh my blog once again. All right, fingers crossed. Well, I have refreshed my WordPress dashboard twice, then also the blog is not visible. Why? Because here I have not made a very important setting, that is enabling this send on event option. Okay, this is really very important if you want this automation to work in real time automatically. Okay, so if you want, as soon as you're going to add the new titles here and as soon as you are going to fill the data up to B column, the blog should be generated automatically. You will have to enable this send on event option. This is really very important. Well, I have enabled it. Now I'm going to press enter after the B column and you will see this time the blogs will be surely updated. The blog will be surely drafted here. Alright, so again fingers crossed, and here you can see the blog has been created automatically. How to transform healthcare management and delivery with analytics. Let us check the title in the spreadsheet. Yes, it is the same title. Let us check the blog, and yes, the title has been generated, even the article has been generated. Let us check for the image. Well, here you can see the image has also been generated. And why the image is related to the coronavirus? Because remember, we have manually provided the image title in the OpenAI image generation step. So that is why it has taken the coronavirus image only. So you'll have to make sure that whatever the things you want to keep on changing, you'll have to map them instead of providing the details manually.
In this video, we are going to see how to get email notifications for post updation in WordPress. So here, let's say that your WordPress account is being handled by a lot of people. So every time a post is updated, you want a notification to update you about the same through Gmail. Now, how can that be done? For this, you will have to set up some integration between WordPress and Gmail, and the same thing can be done using Pabbly Connect software. Here your trigger application would be WordPress and your action application would be Gmail. Now, how can you do this yourself? Integrate and automate this entire process. To understand that, let me take you to my screen. To begin with the process, we are first going to type the URL pabbly.com/connect, and as we do that, here we have reached the landing page of this software. On the right hand side, you can see two options, sign in and sign up for free. So if you are an existing user, simply sign in. If you are a new user, click on this tab sign up. It won't take more than 2 minutes, and also at the time of account creation, you will get 100 free tasks. So now I'm going to click on sign in as I'm an existing user here. And here we have reached all applications page. Let's click on access now for Pabbly Connect as we are doing this integration using Pabbly Connect software. And here we have reached the dashboard of this application. On the right hand side, you can see a tab create workflow. Let's click on this. Now here, what is my objective? My objective is that every time there is a post which is there on WordPress, it is updated, then automatically I should get an email notification. So I'm going to name it as get email notification for post updation in WordPress. Let's click on create. As we do that, here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One is trigger, which is when this happens, and another one is action, which says do this. Basically, action here is the response of our trigger application. Now, in this integration, I want that every time a post is updated in WordPress, then I should be notified about it, because since multiple users are working on that particular post, so every time a change is made, I should have my eye on that. So my trigger application would be WordPress. Let's click on this. And now the trigger event. So this is the event that will make this workflow run. So this would be post updated instant. So this is going to trigger when existing post is updated. Let's click on this. And here we have received a webhook URL which is going to act as a bridge for connecting Pabbly Connect with WordPress. Now to set up this connection, we have to follow the following steps. You are requested to please read this carefully and then process. So I'm going to show you what we have to do. So first let me take you to the WordPress account. So once you are here, we have to visit plugins. So I'm going to scroll down and here you can see plugins. So once we are here, we have to go to add new. So this is the page. So let's click on this. So as we do that, here we have to look for WP webhooks. So I'm going to go to search and here I'm going to look for WP webhooks. And here you can see this is the webhook. I'm going to click on this. And here you can see that if I take you down, you can see that it has already been installed on my system. So if it isn't installed in your system, please make sure once you have installed it, activate the plugin. So I'm going to close this. And now we are going to go to settings. So again on the left hand side, we have settings. Let's click on this. Here we have to go to WP webhooks. And once we are here, we are going to go to send data. So as we reach here, we have to select post updated from the left sidebar. So from the left sidebar, we have to select post updated. And here we have to add a new webhook URL. So I'm going to click on this. Let's name this webhook as new webhook. And now here we have to paste the link that we have received. So I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect. I'm going to copy this once again, go back to WordPress and paste this over here. So once done, let's click on add for post update. So as we have done that, now what we have to do is we are going to scroll down and this is the new webhook that we have just created. So we are going to click on the settings link. Okay, so this is the settings link and here we have to select post from the trigger on selected post type setting, and once we have done this, finally we are going to click on save settings. So here we can see that the settings have been saved. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect and here now it is saying that do a test submission so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. So now I'm going to take you back to WordPress and here we are going to go to posts. So let's click on this, go to all posts. And here let's see that this particular post is to be updated. So I'm going to click on this. And here I'm just going to add certain things. For example, news, verified and published. So what did I do? I made a little change in my existing post. Now once this is done, let's click on update here. And here you can see that it has been updated. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect and here we can see that we have received the API response. So let's see, the slug is testing and then as I take you down, the filter is raw. Then again, what is the category? It is uncategorized. And then this is the post permalink. Then as I take you down, here is the post type which is post. This is the post title. And then again, as I take you down over here, this is the before post name. And this is the post before post content. So which means that before updation, this was the post. And now I'm going to scroll down. So here you can see this is the change that we have made. Basically, this is the updation, news, verified and published. This is the extra thing that has been added to my post. So once this is done, what is my next objective? My next objective is that I should be verified on my email about this post updation. So I'm going to go down and here I'm going to select my next application as Gmail. Let's click on this. And the action event here would be to send email. Let's click on connect. So here Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with the Gmail account so that it can have access to the information. Now to set up this connection, first we are going to click on add new connection and then connect with Gmail. Here we have to select the account. So once we have selected the account, I'm going to go down And here it is asking me for some additional access. Let's click on continue. This is absolutely secure. So once you have done that, here we can see that the authorization has been successful, which basically means that Gmail is now connected with Pabbly Connect. And now we have to map this information. Here, the first thing that we have to enter is recipient's email address. So what do I want? I want an email to be shared with myself or maybe some team member. So this email address is not going to change. So this is going to remain static. So I'm going to write this manually. So once I have written this, now if I want to add a carbon copy or BCC, I can do that. Now what is the sender's name? So I'm writing Pabbly Connect. And then we have the email subject. So I'm going to write post updation alert. So next is email content type. So this is plain email content. So what I'm going to write is alert WordPress post. So here we have written WordPress post. Now what is the post? For this I'm going to map this information. What is mapping? Mapping means that I already have this information in the previous step and I'm just going to retrieve it here. How am I supposed to do that? So for this I'm going to go to step 1 and let me look for the title of my post. So as I scroll down, this is the post before post title, which means the title before the updated version. So I'm going to click on this. So WordPress post this has been updated. Okay, now updated version. So I'm going to write the updated version. I'm again going to click on this. And now as I scroll down here, so this is post content. So this is the content that has been updated. So I'm going to click on this. Regards. Okay, so this is my email content. And now if you have any particular file to be attached, you can here provide the file name and here you can provide the URL. I'm going to click on save and send test request. So once this is done, here we can see that we have received the API response and our mail has been sent. Now I'm going to take you to my email address to check the same. And yes, here we can see that we have received a mail which basically here says, alert, the post-China air incursions into Taiwan zone doubled in 22 has been updated. Now what is the change made? So here we have added this line, news verified and published, and this is the entire post. And here we have the URL of the same. So I hope you have understood this. As of now, our integration is a success, but we also need to check this in real. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you back to WordPress and here let's go to posts. And now I'm going to make a change in another post. So let's say the news this time is armed attack on Mexican prison leaves 14 dead. I'm going to click on this. And now here I'm going to update this. So updated version. This is just a demo. So this is what my updation is. I'm going to click on update here. Now, as soon as this is done, I'm going to take you to my email address to check if we have received an email. Let's go back and yes, here we can see that we have received this email. Alert, the post-armed attack on Mexican prison leaves 14 dead has been updated. The change made is updated version demo and this is the URL. This basically means that our integration is a complete success. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect to understand what we have done. So this is an extremely easy two-step integration process where our trigger application was WordPress and the event here was post updated instant. Here our action application was Gmail and the event was to send email. I hope this is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any specific integration that you wish to work on, you can always write to us.
Guys, in this video, you will learn how you can schedule and create bulk posts for your WordPress website. So guys, here we are going to add some details of the posts that you want to create in WordPress. And then we are going to schedule the running of the automation according to our need. And according to our scheduled time, the workflow is going to run and generate the post content using OpenAI, search for a photo of that content in pixels and create a draft post for you in your WordPress automatically. So all this is going to happen automatically according to your schedule and you can check the draft, then you can publish it or you can directly publish it from this automation, and this is going to save a huge amount of your time and manual efforts, and it will improve the traffic on your WordPress website. So guys, we are going to set up this automation without any coding, super simply. Let's begin. So we are going to set up this automation using Pabbly Connect, which is an automation tool, and this is the landing page of Pabbly, and I have pasted the same link in the description as well. So from here you can set up your free Pabbly Connect account and you will get free automation tasks every month to test and set up your automations. Okay, so you can just sign up right now from the given link, and you can then follow me through the video and you can set up your first workflow with me. So sign up right now and then sign in to reach the dashboard of Pabbly Connect like this. And from here guys, click on this create workflow button to set up the workflow. And here you can give a suitable name to your workflow as well. So I am giving the name here. So after giving a name like this, just click on create button and you can see your workflow page is getting ready here. And on this page guys, you will find these two modules, the trigger and the actions. With the help of these two things, you can set up any automation here. And guys, trigger is that event which is going to start this workflow, and the action would be the consequence or the response towards the trigger. So it is saying do this. All right. So when something happens that is going to act as a trigger, Pabbly Connect is going to perform any action in a different application. Okay. So in this use case, guys, we want to schedule the running of this workflow according to our comfortability. Okay. According to our will. So let's say that you want that on regular basis, this workflow triggers and create some articles or blogs for your WordPress website using the details that you have entered here in this Google Sheet. Okay, for that we are going to use this scheduler feature. So first of all, select scheduler by Pabbly, and here it is asking how often you want to run your workflow. So guys, here we have many options. You can select everyday options. So this workflow is going to run every day according to your selected time. And you can select any day of the week, any date of the month, or you can schedule it once as well. So I'm selecting here everyday option. And here it is asking at which time you want to run. So let me just select the time as, let's say 9:30 a.m. Okay. Right. Now click on save, and this workflow is going to be scheduled like this, right? Now guys, after scheduling, what we want that this workflow should run at this time every day and capture the details of the topic of the blogs that I want to generate from this spreadsheet. So here guys, you can see I have 3 columns here: topics, words range, and the status. Okay, so here in the status, I am going to put processing. Whenever I am going to add the topic here in this spreadsheet, I will add the topic, I'll put the word range, and I'll put the status as processing. Okay. And after getting the content generated and the image generated for this topic, finally I will update this status column again with a new value as completed. Okay. So here guys, use this action step, and here I'm going to select Google Sheets application to fetch the details, and the action event I'm going to use is lookup spreadsheet rows. So I'm going to use lookup because I want to capture the details of only those topics whose status is processing. Okay, so that whenever I am going to add the new topics and the status is processing, only those topics will be picked out, and the previous topics whose status is going to be changed to completed will not be picked. Okay, that's why. So here click on connect. From here select add new connection, then click on sign in with Google, and from this window you have to select that Google account by which you have created that spreadsheet. After that you have to provide additional access to your account. Just click on allow here, and you can see the authorization is getting successful and we are connected. Okay. And here it is asking to select the spreadsheet's name. So the name of my spreadsheet is this WordPress posts. So when you click here, it will show you the list of all the spreadsheets you have. Select the relevant name, and you can see the sheet name got auto-populated because we have only one sheet here named as sheet 1. Okay. And here it is asking the value of lookup column. So here it is asking where you want to search the thing that you want to search, that you want to look up in the spreadsheet. So guys, that I want that this workflow should search the C column and see the topics whose statuses are processing. Okay, so for that I'm going to select the lookup column as C column. So put here C, capital C, and for the lookup value I'm going to put this word. Just copy this word as it is and put it here in this lookup value field. Okay, and you can, if you want to include the headers, you can make it true or false as you want, and from where you want to start searching, top or bottom, you can select it from here. And after that you can click on save and send test request, and only those topics will be fetched here whose statuses are processing. Here you can see it started showing this kind of response, and here it is showing the topic, the word range, and the value as processing. So this is how it is going to work. But guys, you need to do one thing here. You have to toggle this simple response button to off, then capture the data. Okay, because I'm going to use another feature after this step of Pabbly Connect, which is called iterator, and with the help of iterator we are going to iterate this data in one by one in row by row form. Let me show you how. As you can see, it is showing us the details of this row, and we have only one row here. But when you capture this data in simple response, it will fetch all the rows together. Okay, but we want to create the blocks one by one for each topic. For that, toggle this simple response button to off, then click on save and send test request here, and you will get the data in this array of data format here. Okay, when you toggle this off, you will get the data in array format. Now click here on this plus icon and use a feature of Pabbly Connect which is called iterator. And when you select iterator, it will ask to choose the array that you want to iterate. So iterator works on array of data. So we got the array of data here. So I'm going to map this response result label here in this choose array field. So just click here, and the previous step will appear here in the drop down, and it will show you this response result array. Just select it. Okay, then click on save and send test request. And guys, here you can see now in this response section of iterator, it started showing the details of first row only. Okay, so if you have many rows and you got the data in array format, iterator is going to start iterating starting from the first row, then it will work for second, then third, and so on. Okay, and remember, when you toggle this simple response button to off, you have to include headers in the response as well. So remember to make this true as well, right? And after iterating the data, we want to create or generate the blog or an article using OpenAI application. For that, just click here on this plus icon and here search for OpenAI. So OpenAI is an artificial intelligence based content generation tool. And here in the action event, you have to select generate content option, then click on connect. And from here, select add new connection. And here it is asking for the API key of OpenAI application, and you will get the key in the OpenAI keys pages. So let me show you directly how you can find it from the OpenAI dashboard. So guys, here you have to click on this profile icon, and here you will find this view API keys option. Click on it and you will reach this same page that has been already opened. From here you have to click on this create new secret key button, and a new key will be generated for you. You just have to copy it and you have to paste it here in this token field. Then click on save and you will be connected with OpenAI. And here it is asking for the artificial intelligence model that you want to use. So OpenAI has many AI models by which you can generate the content, and the mostly used model is this Text DaVinci 003. So I'm just selecting this one. Okay. And here it is asking for the prompt. So prompt is a kind of command for OpenAI to generate the content for you. Okay, so you have to write proper prompts here, and you can learn about the prompts from OpenAI's documentation. Okay, let me write a prompt here. So I have given the prompt here as this: write a blog for a WordPress website, and the topic is, so after topic word, I am going to map the topic from the previous iterator step where we have iterated the data of our spreadsheet. So you will find the topics data here from the spreadsheet, just map it in this prompt. Okay, here it is asking maximum tokens or the maximum number of words that you want to generate. So you will get the word range from the spreadsheet as well, and we have iterated the data using iterator. So this is the words range, map it here. Okay, and here it is asking for the sampling type. So AI use sampling technique to generate the content. So I'm using the default temperature sampling method. Okay. Sampling value. So you have to provide a value of sampling between 0 to 1. Default value is 0.7. So let me just put it as 0.8. Okay. You can use penalty, frequency penalty fields as well, but these fields are not compulsory. So I'm just leaving these things blank. Stop sequence is a kind of sequence of words or string of symbols that you have to provide here to make OpenAI know where to stop. So you can provide it or leave it. Okay, this is not compulsory. Best of option. So here you can select best of 2, best of 3, best of 4. I'm selecting best of 3. So it is going to resample the content 3 times and give me the best results. Okay. Now you can click on save and send test request button, and you will get the content generated automatically for you. So here you can see, guys, in this response section, we have received this choices 0 text label, and in this label you will get the whole blog written like this for you. Okay, right? So we got the whole blog written. Now we want to search for an image for this blog as well that we can post on our WordPress site. For that, just click here on this plus icon, and another action step will open up here. And from here, I'm going to connect with Pexels. So Pexels is a stock images website where you can search for images from the stock. Okay. So in the action event, I'm going to select search for photos option. Then click on connect. From here, select add new connection, and here it is asking for the authorization key or token key. So you'll get the key. You can request for an API key by clicking on this here word written in blue. When you click on it, it will bring you to this key pages of Pexels. From here, you can just copy this key and paste this key here, and then click on save, and you will be connected with Pexels. Okay, and here it is asking for the query. So in this query field, you have to enter the thing of which you want to search the image of, like oceans, tigers, pears, etc. So here I am going to map the whole topic that we have in our spreadsheet, and we are going to map the topic from this iterator like this. Okay, you can select the orientation, you can select the size and the color, and then click on save and send test request, and an image will be searched for you from Pexels stock. So here you can see, guys, in this photo 0 URL label, we got an image search for us, and you can see this image like this. This is the image search for us in Pexels for our blog. Now, guys, I want to create a blog using this image and the generated content on WordPress. For that, just click here on this plus icon, and from this action step, search for WordPress. Okay. And the action event we are going to use is create a post. Select this, then click on connect. From here, select add new connection, and here it will ask for the WordPress username and the WordPress password and the base URL. So when you create your account, you will have the username and the password. So you have to fill it here. And for the base URL, you just have to copy the URL of your WordPress account or the website like this. Let me show you. This is my WordPress account, guys. And here you can see on the top search bar, we have this URL. So let me just copy it and paste it here. But you can read in the instructions, you need to fill this URL without any leading HTTP address, and do not include WP admin and the extra things. So I'm just going to remove these WP admin and the extra things. You just have to put it like this. You can read in the example like this. Okay. So you have to include the HTTP address and exclude this WP admin things. So let me just remove these things. All right. Now click on save, and you will be connected with WordPress account. So the connections that you create here like this by selecting add new connection options are saved in your account. Okay. So if you want to make the connection again with the same application in the same workflow or in a different workflow, you can use your saved connections. For that, you just have to select this existing connection option like this, and it will show you the list of all the saved connections that you have. From here, you can choose the existing connection and then click on save and you will be connected again. No need to fill all the details again and again. Okay. So you can see we are now connected, and here it is asking for the post type. So if you want to create a page, a media, I'm selecting post only. Here it is asking for the post title. So you will get the title from this iterator. The topic will act as a title. Post content. For the content, use OpenAI step where you have generated the whole blog and map this choices 0 text label like this. Okay. For you can enter the slug, you can enter excerpt as well. Right now I'm leaving these things blank. You can check the status. If you want to directly publish it, select publish, or if you want to save it in drafts so that you can review it once and publish, so you can make a draft. So I'm making a draft right now. Okay, you can select the category where you category of your blog. You can apply text. In the featured media ID, here guys, you can select the existing medias that you have uploaded on your WordPress account. But right now I do not want to use my existing medias of my WordPress. I want to enter the media or an image that I have searched from pixels. Okay, for that what I can do, just toggle this map button to on of this featured media ID option. Okay, and then erase this field, leave it blank. Okay, so no image from your existing WordPress account will be featured on the blog. Okay, and to insert the picture that you have searched from pixels, what we are going to do, we are going to apply an HTML tag in the content section, and in that tag I'm going to here you can see we have this post content option. Here I'm going to apply a HTML tag. Inside that we are going to enter the picture. So guys, I have inserted the HTML tag to put the picture inside the blog. You can see this is the HTML tag image src, and between these commas I'm going to map this URL that I have received from pixels. You can see in this response we got this URL, the photo src original, and here you can see we got this URL with the extension of the photo as well, the file type as well. Okay, so I'm going to map it here between the commas. Just click here like this, and from the pixel step map the image src, photo src original label. Okay, like this, right? And now scroll down. Okay, and now you can check your connection with WordPress by clicking on save and send test request, and a new post will be created for you. Let us see the post now. So here you can see guys, we have received this kind of response, and here we got the links of the new post created, and let me show you the blog that just got created for us. Okay, so you can see a new blog is created with this title. This was our same title that we have here. Okay, and the whole blog is here with this photo that we have searched inside the pixels, and this is the content generated by OpenAI. All right, so this is how it is going to work, guys. And finally, what we want to do, we want to update this cell value, the status value, from processing to completed, so that the next time our workflow is going to trigger automatically according to our schedule, it will not pick this topic. It will pick the next topic whose status is processing only. Okay, so this is a necessary step. Just click here on this plus icon and connect with Google Sheets again. And here use the action event as update cell value. You will find this update cell value option. Click on connect. From here I'm going to choose my existing or saved connection. So just keep this selected and save one more time, and you will be connected again like this. Here you just have to select the spreadsheet's name, and the sheet's name is auto selected because we have only one sheet here. range, here you have to put the range of the data where you want to update the cell. Okay, so when you select the cell, you can see in this name box it is showing C2. That means this cell is placed at column C, row number 2. So you have to put capital C here, and for the row number I'm going to use iterator step. Okay, and I'm going to map the row number from iterator like this, C2. Okay, so by mapping this label, we are ensuring that whenever this workflow is going to run, the row number will change here and new cell will be updated every time. Okay, and what value I want to update? I want to update here completed. Okay, right. So here you can see now it is showing processing, and let me change the status. I am clicking here on save and send test request, and the status will be updated automatically. You can see this is the response. Let me show you the sheet, and here you can see it started showing completed. Okay, so this is how it is going to work, guys. So we are done setting up this whole automation, and you have to set up it only once. After that, this is going to trigger every day and search for topics from the spreadsheet and create content, generate and search for an image, create a post, and update the cell value automatically. Okay, by working inside in the background. And guys, you can use this workflow as well, as I'm going to paste the link of this workflow in the description, and you can clone it in your own free Pabbly Connect account and start using this automation instantly.
So in this video, we are going to learn how to send WhatsApp notification to new users registered on WordPress. Now suppose you are a business owner or you have created some kind of website using WordPress, and you want that whenever a new user is registered on your WordPress site, you want to send a WhatsApp notification, a welcome message on WhatsApp to the same user. So let me tell you, you can actually automate this process as well. So the trigger of this automation will be getting a new user registered on our WordPress site. An action will be sending a WhatsApp notification, a WhatsApp message using Interact. So Interact is the API service of WhatsApp, now the official API service of WhatsApp, using which you can send messages on WhatsApp to your customers and users. Now how you can set up this automation and connect WordPress with Interact? To know this, you have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, here we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard. Now to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign-up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. And after reaching to this dashboard, just click on Create Workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I would like to name my workflow as WordPress to Interact. And then just click on Create. Now you can see that a workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have 2 different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those 2 concepts, those 2 principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with our trigger window. So the idea here is, first, we are going to connect our WordPress site with Pabbly Connect so that every time a new user registers on our WordPress site or they sign up, automatically we will get the details of that new registration, that new sign up on our WordPress site inside Pabbly Connect. And after that, using Pabbly Connect, we will send those details to Interact, and using Interact, we will send a WhatsApp message to the same user who has just now registered on our WordPress site. That too automatically. So let's see how it is done. Now here in trigger window, in choose app, for search for WordPress. Just select it. And then in trigger event from the drop down, select the trigger event as user registers. This is it. Just select it. After selecting this trigger event, Pabbly Connect gave us a webhook URL. And now we are going to use this webhook URL to connect our WordPress site with Pabbly Connect. And how you can do that? You just have to follow the help text given below over here. Now guys, to do so, first we'll go to our WordPress site. We'll just scroll down and here you can see this plugins option over here. Now you have to basically install a plugin in your WordPress site named as WP Webhooks. Just go to this add new section and then search for WP Webhooks over here. And then you just have to install the same plugin. After installing that plugin, here under settings, you can see WP Webhooks. This option can be seen over here. So after installing the plugin, just go to this option of WP Webhooks. And here it is the page. Now after coming to this page, click on send data. And then after clicking on send data, here you can see a list of all the available webhook triggers. And here guys, we have to select user created as the event. Click on add webhook URL button and then give this webhook a name. For example, I would like to name it as Pabbly WhatsApp. This is the name of the webhook URL. You can basically give any name according to your requirement. And then it is asking us webhook URL. Now here in this field of webhook URL, you have to paste the same webhook URL which Pabbly Connect gave us. Just copy this webhook URL from here and then paste it over here. After this, just click on add for create user. And yes, now you can see that this same webhook URL is been added on our WordPress site. Here it is. Now every time a new user will register on our WordPress site, automatically the details of that newly registered user will be received inside Pabbly Connect and this automation workflow will be triggered. So guys, now you can see that in Pabbly Connect it is showing us waiting for webhook response. This means Pabbly Connect is waiting to get the details or the response of a new user being registered. So let's do this. So in an incognito tab here, I have opened the registration page of my WordPress site and this is it. And here we are going to enter the details of a dummy user. For example, let's enter a dummy name. This is the name of the user. Let's enter the email address, username. This is the username. Let's add a company, for example, Pabbly. This is the name of the company. Also, let's add the email address over here. For example, this is the email address. This is it. Let's add the password, address, mobile number. So guys, whatever mobile number the user is going to enter while registering on our WordPress site, on the same mobile number, we are going to send the WhatsApp message. So let me add my mobile number to my WhatsApp number over here. The country is India. So from the drop down, let's select it. Here it is. And the zip code. So guys, here at this registration page of my WordPress site, we have entered the details of a new user. Now let's click on this submit button. And yes, here you can see that the user has been successfully registered. This means this user has just now registered or signed up on my WordPress site. Now after this, because we have connected our WordPress site with Pabbly Connect, we will see the details of the same registration will be received inside Pabbly Connect. And yes, here in Pabbly Connect, you can see that we have received the response. And in this response, you can see the details of the same user. Here you can see the same PIN code which we have entered while registering the user. This is the same mobile number which they have entered, the same address, the same company. After this, here you can see other details as well. Like here you can see the username of the user which they have registered. Then we can see the first name over here. We will scroll down. Here you can see the customer as the role. This is the email address and all the details. So in this way, guys, you can see that all the details which we have entered over here while registering, or all the details which the user is going to enter while registering on our WordPress site, are now received inside Pabbly Connect. Now guys, the step 1 of setting up this automation is completed. So let's move to step 2. And in step 2, we have to send all of these details to Interact, and from Interact, we are going to send the WhatsApp message, the welcome message on WhatsApp to these users. And to do so, just scroll down, come to our action window, and here in choose app, search for Interact. Just select it. And then in action event from the drop down, select send WhatsApp template message as the action event. Click on connect and select add new connection. Now here in this window, we have to connect our Interact account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, we have to enter the secret key of our Interact account. So now you must be thinking how you will get this secret key. Now to get it, just log into your Interact account. From the left sidebar, just hover on this options of settings and click on settings. After coming to the settings page, click on this developer settings option, and here you can see the secret key of your Interact account. Just copy this secret key from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. And then just click on save. And as we click on save, we will see our Interact account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, here it is asking us country code, phone number or full mobile number, full phone number. Now here guys, if you have a separate response for the country code and the mobile number of the customer, you can use these two options. So in this field, you can enter the country code either manually or you can map it. And in this field, you can enter the 10 digits mobile number, the WhatsApp number of the user. But just in case if you have the full phone number of the user like with the plus sign and country code and 10 digits mobile number, you can ignore these two fields and directly enter the full phone number of the user in this particular field. So guys, we have received the full phone number with country code from WordPress responses, as you can see over here. So we are going to map this full phone number in this field of full phone number. And guys, the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field and in the drop down below, you can see a list of all the responses of a new user registration on WordPress, which we have received in the trigger window from WordPress site. So here guys, from this response from the drop down, select this response of full phone number. But here you will notice that the plus sign in this phone number is missing. So I will just manually enter the plus sign and then with the country code and the mobile number, here this number is complete. Now after this guys, here the next thing it asks us is the template code. Now here you must be thinking what is this template and how you can get this template code name. Now here to send WhatsApp messages using Interact, first we have to create a template of the message which we want to send to our users. And then after that, we have to get that template approved. Once the template get approved, we can use that template and using that template, we can send WhatsApp messages to a user. And to get the template code name, you just have to go to that particular template in your Interact account. Let me show you. We will go to Interact, we will go to templates, and in this video guys, we are going to use this template named as website welcome. Just select it, and yes, here it is. This is the template message. This is the kind of message which I want to send to my users. And here after opening this template, in the URL section, you can see the template code name. Like here after template slash and before slash view, this is website welcome DK. This is the template code name of this particular template on my Interact account. You just have to copy this template code name from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. After entering template code name, the next thing it asks us is the language code. So here you can see this template, I have created this template in English language, just in English. So here I want to send the WhatsApp message in English. So we have to enter the language code of English language, that is small en. Now here guys, you can in the help text, you can see some hyperlink, just click on it and you can see a list of all the languages which are supported in which you can create the template. So in whatever language you have created this template, you just have to enter the language code over here of that particular language which you want to use. Then in the next field, it is asking us header values. Now, if you want, you can add some kind of image, video or document in your template message, in your WhatsApp message as well. So you just have to add some headers in the template message and after that, by selecting image, videos or document in the header or text, you can basically send these media files as well with the WhatsApp message. But after creating this template, what will be the image, video or document? What will be that media file? What will be the header file? You just have to enter the URL, the link of that file over here in this field. So whatever file URL, file link you have entered over here, the same file will be sent with the WhatsApp message as headers. Right now, I haven't created a template in Interact with these media files with these header options. That's why we just don't have to enter the header value. But if you create a template with some image, video or document header file, you just have to enter the link, the URL which you want to send in that parameter. So right now we can ignore this field of header value and let's come to body variable value. Now here you must be thinking, what are these variables? So in this template message, after hello, I wanted to mention the name of the newly registered user to whom I'm sending the WhatsApp message. But the name of the user will be keep on changing for every new message I send. So here guys, this means the name of the user is a variable. It's a dynamic text which will be keep on changing for every new message. And to add these kind of dynamic text in our WhatsApp message, here guys, we have added these numbers, this variable in double curly braces. And the text in place of these variables, you can enter or change those text over here in this Pabbly Connect field of body variable value. So here I want to mention the name of the person. So I have added a variable. Here in this message, after this I say, thank you for registering on our website. Your account has been successfully created. You can now explore all of our products and services. If you have any questions or need assistance, please reply to this message or contact us at. And here I wanted to mention my email address, my contact email address. And it can also be a variable. So I have added another field. And here I wanted to mention the name of my business who is sending the message. So here I have added another variable. Now these two fields can be static, can be stagnant, but for the explanation part, we have added multiple variables over here. So let's see how you can add text in place of these variables inside Pabbly Connect. So here we have this first variable where we wanted to mention the name of the user. So in this field of body variable values, just click here And from the drop down from WordPress responses, select the response of the first name of the user. Let's search for it where it is. This is the post name, response of post name, and map it. So here we have entered the text which we want to mention in place of this first variable. Now after this, in this field of body variable value, add a comma, and now we can mention the text which we want to enter in place of variable 2. So in place of variable 2, I want to mention the text as, for example, this is the email address which I want to mention. And then after, let's add a comma after this, and in place of variable 3, I wanted to mention the name as Pabbly. So by adding comma separated values, you can actually create a sequence and then mention the respective variables over here in the same sequence as well. The same text which you want to mention in place of these variables in the template. And you can basically add as many variables as you want in your WhatsApp template message according to your requirement. After this, after entering the body variable values, the next thing it asks us is position of CTA button. Now here in Interact, while creating the WhatsApp message template, you also have an option to add some kind of buttons, and you can add some dynamic links, some dynamic URLs to that button as well. And by clicking on that link in the WhatsApp message, in the WhatsApp button, the user will be redirected to that link, or you can also add some kind of call to action text message as well. So if you do so, if you add a call to action button with dynamic URL, here in this drop down, you have an option to change the sequence or the position of it. Here we have two positions, 0 and 1, and you can change the position over here as well. And also guys, here in this value for variable in dynamic URL, if you create a dynamic URL button over here, you can mention that what will be the dynamic URL which you want to enter. In this way, whatever URL you are going to enter in the dynamic URL section, with the same URL, the WhatsApp message will be sent. So we haven't added any kind of buttons, so we can just ignore this field for now and then click on this save and send test request button. After clicking on save and send test request, here you can see that we have received some response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the message values which we have entered over here and the template whose code name we have entered over here, with the same template and these same variable values, a WhatsApp message is been sent to the same user who has just now registered on our WordPress site. So guys, let's do this. Let's check our WhatsApp account. And yes, here you can see that just now a WhatsApp message has been sent to the same number which we have entered while registering on our WordPress site. So here this message says, hello dummy. So here you can see the same name of a user which has just now registered on our WordPress site. Thank you for registering on our website. Your account has been successfully created. You can now explore all the products and services. If you have any questions or need any assistance, please reply to this message or contact us at admin@pabblytudes.com. So here you can see the same email address which we have entered over here in Pabbly Connect in this body variable value. And then it says regards Pabbly team, the same team name which we have entered over here. This means guys, the automation workflow which we have created using Pabbly Connect is working perfectly fine. Now every time a new user sign up will register on our WordPress site, automatically we are going to send them a welcome message on WhatsApp using Interact. So guys, after setting up this automation, let's test this automation once. Once again, we will go to the incognito tab and make a new registration of a user. So this is a new tab. Let's enter the details of a new user. For example, test user. This is the name of the person. Okay, so here just now we have entered the details of a new user for the registration of our website. Just click on submit. And the user has successfully registered or signed up on our site. And we will see as we sign up, a WhatsApp message will be sent to the same mobile number which they have entered while registering. So let's check the WhatsApp account. And yes guys, here you can see that on the same account which the user has entered while registering on our website, on the same mobile number we have sent a WhatsApp message. And here you can see the same name, test, which you have entered while registering for the website on our WordPress site. So this means we have tested this automation in real time and it is working absolutely fine. So not just these applications guys, you can connect plenty of other applications using Pabbly Connect. And one more important thing, you will find the clone link of the same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone the same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this workflow for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation,
In this video, I'll show you how to share new WordPress blogs to Discord channel automatically. So the idea here is, as soon as any blog is published on your WordPress website, we are going to automatically share the same blog post with link and other details in our Discord channel without doing anything manually. Yes, we are going to integrate or connect WordPress and Discord with the help of an automation software. And after that, every time any blog is live in your WordPress website, the same blogs will be automatically shared on your Discord channel as well. If you also want to set this automation for yourself, come with me and I'll show you the whole process step by step. So this is my WordPress dashboard and this is my WordPress website, and here I keep on publishing a lot of blogs, and I want every time I'm publishing any blog here, the same blog will be shared automatically on one of my Discord channel. And to do that, I'll have to build a connection in between WordPress and Discord, and I'm going to do that with the help of Pabbly Connect. Well, it is an amazing integration and automation software via which you can easily connect multiple applications and automate your task. And you can also reach here by typing pabbly.com/connect. I will also attach this link into my description box for your reference. Now, if you are a new user of Pabbly Connect, you will have to sign up for free, where you will also get free tasks every month in your account in order to test these kinds of amazing automation. Well, I am already an existing user of Pabbly Connect, so that is why I'm clicking on sign in. Then I have clicked on access now, and this is how I will reach out to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Now, after reaching here, you will have to firstly click on this blue button, that is create workflow, and after that simply provide a random name to your workflow, to your automation. Okay, so I'm providing the name as, I have basically pasted the name as, when blog is live in WordPress website, send same blog on Discord as well. Okay, simply click on this button create, and then you will find two boxes in front of you. So these are actually trigger and action. So trigger means when this happens, action means do this. So whenever this happens, do this. Understand with an example also. Whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, let's say send an email via Gmail application, and here according to our use case, whenever any blog is published in WordPress application, the same blog will be shared in Discord application. Okay, so this is how you need to always select the applications in which you are building an automation, and here I am building an automation in between WordPress and in between Discord, so that is why I am going to select these two specific application here. Well, I am going to select this Discord application later. Okay, coming back here, and after selecting the application, you will also have to choose any trigger event. So I want that trigger when a new post to publish. So I want the same, that whenever a new blog post is published into WordPress, this automation should trigger. So that is why I have selected the same. Now here you can see, after selecting these two things, it has provided me a webhook URL and few set of instructions. Okay, so the idea here is, I want to connect WordPress with the Pabbly Connect, so that whenever any blog post is published in WordPress, the Pabbly Connect will capture those details here, and then we are going to share the same details to Discord. Okay, and you can even read here that it is waiting for the webhook response. Okay, so follow these instructions one by one. Firstly, it is asking visit plugin, add new, and search for this particular plugin. Okay, so let me go back to the WordPress website, and here I am going to search for the plugin section directly. All right, here you can see I have this plugin section, and let me search for the WP Webhooks plugin, whether it is already installed into my account or not. All right, so let me search for the same webhook. Okay, WP Webhooks. All right, and here you can see currently I have two webhooks, two plugins installed, and this one is the same plugin about which I was asking for. Okay, so I will click on this setting option directly. Okay, and this is how I will reach to the WP Webhook plugin option. Okay, let me close this notification. Okay, and coming back to Pabbly Connect, and here I am going to read other instruction. Okay, so firstly I'll have to install and activate this plugin. Well, currently this plugin is already installed into my WordPress website, so that is why it is not required for me to install this plugin. But just in case if this particular plugin is not installed into your WordPress dashboard, firstly you will have to install this plugin, and after the installation, click on the settings, then webhooks, then send data. So coming back to my WordPress website, and here I have already clicked on the settings section. I'll be directly click on the send data button as per the instruction, and select a post created and add the webhook URL, provide the webhook name. All Alright, so coming back here, and now I am going to click on this. Basically I am going to select the event, basically the trigger. So I want that whenever the post is published, okay, so that is why I will select this particular trigger, that whenever any post is created inside WordPress, this automation should send the data to Pabbly Connect. Basically the WordPress should send the data to Pabbly Connect. Basically on which particular location? Well, Pabbly Connect has already provided us an location. So I am going to copy the same, and here I am going to specify the same, that it should send the data on this particular location on this webhook URL, and simply give any random name. So I am going to give the name as new blog published. Okay, new blog published. Or how about I also add when new blog is published. Okay, so I have provided the webhook name, also provided the webhook URL. Click on add for post to create, and once this webhook URL will be added inside your WordPress, you will again have to search for that. Okay, here is that webhook. Click on this three dot and then click on the settings section. Okay, and in this trigger on selected post type and trigger on initial post status change, you will have to select the event that I want that it should trigger whenever the post is published. Okay, whenever the post is published, this automation should trigger, and finally you will have to click on the save settings button, and this is how you can build a connection in between WordPress and in between Pabbly Connect. All right, I think it is saved. Yes, settings are saved. Okay, coming back to Pabbly Connect, and here it is actually waiting for the instructions, waiting for the webhook response. I'm sorry for that. So log into the application where you have added the webhook URL and do a test submission or record, so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. So basically it is asking to do a test submission or record, and here the test submission means new blog post is published. So what I am going to do is I'll go back to my WordPress website, and here I am going to create a post, a dummy post right in front of you, and I'm going to publish that post into my WordPress website, and you will see how the details for the same will be captured via Pabbly Connect. Okay, so let me first create a new blog post here. Alright, so here I'm going to firstly provide a random title to my blog post. So assume that I'm writing a blog on this particular topic, that is, okay, I think I have copied incorrect value. Okay, I'll have to copy this title. Okay, top benefits of digital marketing, and then I am going to copy this whole text. All right, so let me copy the same, and I have copied the content of the blog as well. Let me paste the same, and after that I am going to select any random image from here, from the existing library. Okay, so firstly I'm going to set any feature image from this existing library. Alright, so I'm selecting this image with book and this specs and the coffee, and then I am going to publish this as my featured image, and let us add one random image inside our text also. Okay, so let me click on this add media button, and again I am going to choose any random image from this existing library only. Okay, so what should I upload? Let us check. And here I have found a very interesting image. Okay, so I am going to upload the same, and now finally I'll be publishing this particular blog. Okay, top benefits of digital marketing. Alright, so coming back to Pabbly Connect, and let us see whether the same blog post details are getting captured via Pabbly Connect or not, and it is still waiting for that webhook response. Basically it is waiting for that new post published, because here we have clearly specified that it will be triggered when basically the trigger event is new post published. Okay, and here you can see the response is already arrived. Let me show you the details one by one. Okay, all right, so here I have that link of the blog post. Okay, so let me show you. Let me open whether it is the same blog or not. And here you can see the same feature image, and we even have the same title. Alright, so we have all the details. Coming back to Pabbly Connect, and let us check for other details as well. Alright, so currently it is into the draft. No, it is not into the draft. And we also have this blog title separately. We also have the slug as well. And let us check for other details. Alright, so we even have the date of the publish. Alright, so I think we have captured all the details of the blogs. Now I am going to share the same blog post with my team over Discord, or maybe with one of the Discord channel. basically I'm going to share it with my community. Okay, so clicking on this Discord application, and in the action event, since I want to send a channel message, so that is why I'm going to select the same. Simply click on connect, and just like we have connected WordPress with Pabbly Connect, we are also going to connect Discord with Pabbly Connect. And as soon as I have clicked on the button, it has connected immediately. And after that, it is asking for the webhook URL. So for this webhook URL, you can also visit this documentation, or let me show you that how and from where you can get this webhook URL. Okay, so firstly you'll have to go to your Discord channel, and here you will find a arrow. Click on that arrow, and after that click on the server settings and then the integration section, and here exactly you will reach out to the webhook section. 6 webhooks are already created. I'm going to create a new webhook URL, and I'm going to provide the name as, alright, so this is my new webhook. Here you can see Feb 6th, and I'm going to provide any random names. So how about I provide the name as WordPress blog new. Okay, and then I am going to copy the webhook URL from here, clicking on save, and this is how the connection has been built up in between Discord and Pabbly Connect. Let me provide the webhook URL here, and finally it is asking for the message, basically what message you would like to share with your community. Well, I have also created a very nice message inside my notepad, so I'm going to directly copy the same message format, and let me first correct the formatting of this particular message. And here I am going to share the blog link, the blog title, the blog date, and we are also going to share this. Now social media team can start sharing the blog at different places. Thanks. And I have also added this emoji, but I'm not really sure if this emoji is going to work or not. Okay, so I have provided all my text, and then it is time to fill the details, and from where I'm going to get those details, and then I'm going to share those details. Basically I have just received those details into my previous step, and I don't even need to copy this data and paste it here. I am going to map it automatically. Okay, and mapping is very simple inside Pabbly Connect. You just need to click here in this particular blocks, and you will find the above data here in the drop down. Okay, and search for that specific thing which you would like to map, and here I would like to map the link of the block which I have mapped successfully. Again, place your cursor here perfectly, and asking for the title. So let me search for the title as well, and here we have the post title. Lastly, I am going to add the date. Okay, so here we have the date as well, and I have mapped all the things, and asking for the bot name. So you can provide any sample bot name. Okay, so I am providing this particular name. Asking for the bot icon. Well, again, it is completely up to you whether you would like to upload any icon to your bot or not. Okay, I'll keep it as the disable, and finally I'll be clicking on this button. But before that, let me show you a very important thing, that whatever the details here I have mapped, these details will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time in next time. Okay, so next time what will happen, every time or next time the new blog post will be published, Pabbly Connect will capture the details of that new blog post, and after that these values will be replaced by the new blog post details. Okay, so I am going back to my Discord channel, and let me check whether the message has been arrived or not. And here you can see, hello team, a new blog post has got published just now on our website. Here are the details. Here's the blog link, here's the blog title, here we have the blog date, and now social media team. All right, that emoticon, that emoji hasn't worked. All right, I'm not sure. So just in case if you want that these type of emojis should work, it should actually support such type of emoticons also. In that case, you can go with that second channel event, basically that action event, that is send channel message, and in this markdown language you can provide these type of characters. Okay, so coming back here, and here you can see I have received the message. Okay, so now onwards, every time you are going to publish any blog post here, you will see how the same blog post will be shared on the Discord channel as well. And for that, you just need to set this automation inside Pabbly Connect once. After that, sit back and relax. Simply close Pabbly Connect, because Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. Just in case if you want to access this automation, I am also going to attach this shareable link of my workflow into my description box. You just need to click on this link and sign up into the Pabbly Connect, and the same workflow, the same automation will be cloned into your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free.
So in this video, we are going to learn how to create a Google Calendar events for new WordPress posts. Now suppose guys you are an active WordPress user and you are keep on sharing new posts, publish new posts on a regular basis. Now you want that whenever you publish a new post on your WordPress account, you want to mark that event into your Google Calendar account just to maintain a complete record that at which date which post was published over there. Now guys, the manual process of sharing a new post, publishing a new post on WordPress and then manually adding the event in Google Calendar for that post is very much repetitive and time consuming. So in this video, we are going to see how you can automate this process. So in this automation, whenever a new post will be published on your WordPress site, instantly, automatically, an event with the same post details will be created in our Google Calendar account. Now how you can set up this automation? To know this, you have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, this is my WordPress account. And here I want that whenever I share a new post on my WordPress account, on my WordPress website, automatically an event should be created in my Google Calendar account. In this way, guys, what we can do, we can have a complete record of all the posts that at what particular date, at what particular time, we have shared a new post on our WordPress site. We have posted a new article or blog on our WordPress site. Inside our Google Calendar, we can have a complete record, a complete detail of that. Now here guys, to make this happen, we have to connect WordPress with Google Calendar. And to connect these applications, we are going to use Pabbly Connect, which is the automation and integration platform. So here you can see that we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard right now. And to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign-up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. After reaching to this dashboard, just click on Create Workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I would like to name this workflow as WordPress to Google Calendar. And then just click on Create. Now you can see that our workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have 2 different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those 2 concepts, those 2 principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with our trigger window. Now the idea here is, first, we are going to connect our WordPress site, our WordPress account with Pabbly Connect in the trigger window, so that every time we publish a new post on our WordPress site, automatically the details of that post will be received inside Pabbly Connect. And after that, using Pabbly Connect, we are going to send those new post details like the title of the post, the other details, and at what date and time the post was published. We are going to send all of these details to Google Calendar using Pabbly Connect and create an event over there. So let's see how it is done. Now here in trigger window, in choose app, search for WordPress. Just select it. And then in trigger event from the drop down, we have to select the trigger event as new post published. Just select it. After selecting our trigger event, Pabbly Connect gave us a webhook URL. And using this webhook URL, we are going to connect our WordPress account with Pabbly Connect. And how it is done? We just have to follow the help text given below over here. So to add this webhook URL in our WordPress account and to connect it with Pabbly Connect, first we have to install a plugin in our WordPress account. So just go to your WordPress account and from the left sidebar go to plugins, go to install plugins, and we have to install a plugin named as WP Webhooks. Just search for that plugin and install it into your WordPress account. After installing it, here you can see that in install plugin, you will see I've already installed this plugin in my WordPress account. Let me show you. So here guys, we'll come to this install plugin section and WP Webhooks. We are going to search for this plugin over here. Just search for it. And here it is. You can see that we have basically installed this plugin over here. Just go to WP Webhook settings, just go to the settings section of this particular plugin. Just install it into your WordPress site and then after installing it, go to the settings section. After coming to the settings section, go to send data. And then after coming to this section of send data, here you can see there's a list of different events over here. Out of all of this, we are going to select the event as post created. Just select this event and then click on this add webhook URL option. After clicking on add webhook URL, in this box, it is asking us the webhook name and the webhook URL. So in this webhook name, I'm going to add the name as, for example, Google Calendar. And then here in this webhook URL section, we have to paste the exact same webhook URL which we have copied from Pabbly Connect. Just copy this webhook URL from here and then paste it over here. After pasting this webhook URL, click on Add for Post Created. And guys, here we will see that the webhook URL will be added in our WordPress account, and it is added over here. Now guys, after adding this webhook URL, we have to basically configure it as well. We have to make some changes in the settings section as well. So here when we will scroll down, at last you can see the same webhook URL which we have just now copied. After, just hover on this and click on this three dots option and go to settings of this particular webhook URL. After coming to the settings page, the first thing it asks us is the trigger on selected post type, that for what kind of post we want WordPress to send data to Pabbly Connect. So you can basically create different types of posts like a page post, a normal regular post, a media post, revision post, and a lot of options we have. Now I want to get the details of a basic post with image and text which I create on WordPress site. Only for that post, I want to create events in Google Calendar. So I'm going to select that only over here. If you want to select any other type of post, you can select it from this drop down over here. After selecting the trigger type on the post type, here it is asking us trigger on initial post status. That what should be the status of that post, that in what case, what will be the status of that post whose details we want WordPress to send to Pabbly Connect. So we want to select the status as published. That whenever a post is published on our WordPress site, only in that case, the WordPress account should send details of that post to Pabbly Connect, and this automation will be triggered, and only those posts which are published on our WordPress site will be added as an event in Google Calendar. After selecting all of this, just scroll down and click on Save Settings over here. If you have any doubts, any confusion regarding these settings, you can anytime refer to the help text given below over here. So here guys, you can see all of these details over here, a step-by-step guide. So here guys, we have successfully added this webhook URL and also configured it. After clicking on Save Settings, we have successfully saved these settings as well. Now every time a post will be created, or basically a post will be published on our WordPress site, the details of that post will be received inside Pabbly Connect workflow. And here in Pabbly Connect, you can see it is showing us waiting for webhook response. This means Pabbly Connect is waiting to get the details of a new post being published on our WordPress site. So let's do this. Let's create a new post on our WordPress site. We will go to the post section and click on Add New. And then here guys, we are going to create a new post on our WordPress site. So let me give the name to this post as, for example, Automation and Integration. Automation and Integration. This is basically the title of the post. And then after this, let me add the details of a dummy post, a test post over here. So here guys, I have already copied the content, so I'll just paste this content over here. So this is the content of the post I want to create. Now if you want, you can add some image or some other details to this as well. I'll just add a category as uncategorized over here and then just click on Publish button. So just now we have created a test post, a dummy post in our WordPress site, and we have published that post over here. And here you can see that the post has been published. And because we have added the webhook URL in our WordPress account, for a post been published, in that case, we will see as we publish this post, instantly, automatically, the details of the same post will be received inside Pabbly Connect. And yes guys, here you can see that we have received the response. The post is also successfully published on our WordPress site. You can actually copy this link of the post and paste it in a new tab over here. And then we will see the same post, the same content which we have added in this post is now open in front of us. And we will see in Pabbly Connect workflow, instantly we have received the response. And in this response, you can see all the details of this post. For example, you can see the category of this post as well. Then we will scroll down further. You can see all the other details of this post. So we'll just scroll down like the title of the post. Here it is. Then you can see the status of the post. Then you can see the name of the post, the URL name. Then you can see the complete post content as well. So here you can see the complete content of the post which we have created or published just now. You can see the link of the post, the URL, and all the details. So in this way guys, you can see that all the details of this post is basically received inside Pabbly Connect. And we also have the date and time, that at what date and time this post was published on our WordPress site. So step 1 of setting up this automation is now successfully completed. We have received the published post details from WordPress inside Pabbly Connect. Now let's move to step 2. And in step 2, with the same details of the published post, we want to create an event in our Google Calendar account. And for that, just scroll down, come to our action window, and here in Choose App, search for Google Calendar. Just select it. And after this, an action event from the drop-down, select the action event as Create an Event. Click on Connect and select Add New Connection. Now here guys, we have to connect our Google Calendar account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, click on this Sign in with Google button, select your Google Calendar account in which you want to create this event. And then just scroll down and click on Continue. And as we click on Continue, we will see our Google Calendar account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, the first thing it asks us is the calendar, that in our Google Calendar account, in which particular calendar we want to create the event. So in my Google Calendar account, here you can see there's a list of different calendars which I have created. And out of all of this, I have a calendar named as WordPress post. In this particular calendar, I want to create the events for all the posts which are shared on my WordPress site. So here in Pabbly Connect from the drop-down, select the calendar in which you want to create the post. After selecting the calendar, it is asking us the title, that what will be the title of the event which we want to create. So here guys, in title, we want to mention the title of the post which we have created. So here guys, from response of WordPress of a new post which we have received, we have also received the title of the post which we have just now published. So from this response of title, we are going to map this response over here in this field of title. And guys, the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field and from the drop down from WordPress responses, select the response of the name of the post over here. So this is the post title, just select it and map it. Then it is asking us for the description, that what will be the description of this event. And in this description section, you can add the details of this particular post which we have shared. So I want the description to be, we have published this post on WordPress. Okay, then I want to add the link of that particular post, for example, link. And then here from the drop down, we have received the link of the post which we have published as well. And here it is the link, the post guide. Just select the link of the post and map it over here. If you want to add some other details like the category, slug and media details, you can add it as well. For example, after this, I also want to add the category. So I'm going to map the response of category and the category was uncategorized. So here is the category name. Just select it and map it. So in this way, all the details, whatever details you want to add of a new post over here in the description of this event, you can enter all of these details, map all of these details over here according to your choice. Then it is asking us for the location. So it's online post. So let's ignore this field of location. And then it is asking us start date time and end date time. That what will be the start date time and end date time of this event. So here guys, what we have to do here in response from WordPress, we have received the start date time, basically the post date and time, the date and time that at what date and time this post was published. So here, this is the date and time at this date and time the post was published. And we have to map the same date and time of published post over here in the start date time and end date time. But here guys, in Google Calendar, the start date time is asked in a particular format. This is the particular format in which it is asking us for the date and time. But here from WordPress, we have received the date and time in this format. And both of these format does not matches. So what we are going to do, we are going to use a feature of Pabbly Connect that is called date time formatter, using which we are going to change the format of this date and time. So just click on this Add Action Step button over here before the Google Calendar step, and here in Choose App, search for Date Time Formatter. Just select it. After selecting Date Time Formatter, in Action Event from the drop-down, select the action event as Format Date Only, and then just click on Connect. After clicking on Connect, the first thing it asks us is the date, that what is the date and time whose format we want to change. So we want to change the format of this particular date and time. So we are going to map this date over here in this field. Just click here, and from the drop down from WordPress responses of a new published post, select this response of post date and map it over here. Then it is asking us from format, that in which format this date and time is present right now. So this date and time is right now present in this particular format. So select that format over here. And then at last it is asking us to format, that in which format we want to change this date and time. So here guys, in Google Calendar, it is asking us the date and time in this particular format. So we are going to select that particular format over here from this drop down. And here it is. This is the format. Just select the format over here. After selecting this, just click on Save and Send Test Request. Now when we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see that the format of this date and time of the post being published is now changed. Now here guys, we have to map this same date and time over here in this particular format in the field of start date time and end date time. But here guys, when we'll start mapping, you will see in the drop down, you can't see any data over here, any options in the drop down. This is because we have added a new step before the Google Calendar step. That's why a new data has been introduced, and that's why we can't map the data. So what we have to do, we just have to reconnect our Google Calendar account, select the existing connection and click on Save. And after clicking on Save, our Google Calendar account will get reconnected with Pabbly Connect. Now after this, when we will try to map the data, we can see the fields. So just click here, and from the drop down from date time formatter responses, select this response of this formatted date and time. After this, let's map the same date and time in end date time as well of the event. Then it is asking us for the time zone. So in the time zone, I'm in India, and in India, we follow the Asia Kolkata time zone. So that is why we have selected this Asia Kolkata time zone over here. Then it is asking us for the visibility. So I want the visibility of this event to be public and the guest. So if you want, you can add any of your team members or guests to this particular calendar or this particular event as well. Right now, I just don't want to add anyone. So I'm just ignoring this field of guest. And at last, it is asking us event recurrence rule. So as you all know, in Google Calendar, you can also create the recurring event as well. Now, if you want to create a recurring event, you have to enter the event recurrence rule over here. And by clicking on this link in the help text, you can basically reach to this page where you can create the recurrence rule according to your choice. Now here guys, because I don't want to create a recurring event, I want to create only a one-time event. That's why in the help text, it is given that what will be the recurrence rule if you want to create a one-time event. Just copy it from there and paste it over here. And after pasting this event recurrence rule of a one-time event, just click on Save and Send Test Request. Now when we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see that we have received some response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the data which we have mapped over here, basically the details of a new post which we have received from WordPress using which we have created an event with the same details, and event is successfully created in Google Calendar. So let's check it. We will go to Google Calendar, and yes guys, here you can see that just now a new event is created in our Google Calendar account with the same date and time at which we have published the post on our WordPress site. You can see the same title of the post as the title of the event, and also the same description over here, like the category of the event, the link of the event over here. And whenever you are going to click on this event link over here, the link of and whenever you are going to click on this link in the description of this event details, you will be redirected to the same post or the same blog which we have posted on our WordPress site. This means guys, the automation workflow which we have created in this video is working perfectly fine. And using this automation, whenever a new post will be published on our WordPress site, automatically with the same details, an event will be created in Google Calendar. And in our Google Calendar account, we can have a complete record, a complete data of each and every post shared on our WordPress site with an exact date and time and the details as well, which we want to add in the description. Now guys, after setting up this automation, let's test this automation workflow once in real time. So what we are going to do, we will go to our WordPress site and we are going to create a new post over here. So let me add a title of the post, for example, real time test. And this is just a test post. So I'm just adding our content as we are testing this automation. So this is the description I want to add. I want to add a category as, for example, email marketing. This is the category I'm selecting right now. And after this, let's click on this publish button over here. And yes, here you can see that just now we have published a post on our WordPress site. We'll click here, and here you can see the same post, the same title and the same content. This was just a test post. And we will see as we publish this post on our WordPress site, instantly within seconds, a new event will be created in our Google Calendar account. So we will go to Google Calendar, and yes guys, here you can see that real-time test. A new event is automatically created in our Google Calendar account for the same date and time at which we have published this post with the same date, same time, and here in the description you can see the same details. And you will click on this link, you will be reached to the same post which we have published just now on our WordPress site. This is the exact same post. This means the automation workflow which we have created in this video is working perfectly fine, and using this automation, whenever a new post will be published in WordPress, automatically an event will be created in Google Calendar with the same post details. So not just these applications, you can connect plenty of other applications using Pabbly Connect. And one more important thing, you will find the clone link of this exact same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone this exact same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this workflow for free. Also, I want to tell you that Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can do it for absolutely free.
Hello everyone, today we will learn how to share new WordPress post on Pinterest. Now if you have created a post on your WordPress website and you want the same post to be created in Pinterest as well, so you don't need to do that work manually over and over again, because you can create an automation with the help of Pabbly Connect to do this work easy and in a simple way. In this integration, our trigger will be the new post published in WordPress and our action will be that created pin in Pinterest. Let us learn how to do it.
So let us learn that how can you create Pinterest pins every time you upload a new post in your WordPress account. So we will be creating this automation with the help of Pabbly. Let us quickly sign in into our account so that I'll reach this place where I can see all the applications provided by Pabbly, and we are going to use Pabbly Connect to create this automation today. Click on Access Now, that is given under Pabbly Connect, and then you will reach the dashboard of Pabbly Connect where you can see a big blue button on your right side where it's written Create Workflow. Click on the button and give a suitable name to your workflow that you are going to create. I'm going to name it as Share WordPress Post as Pinterest Pins. Click on Create and then a blank workflow will be created for you, like you can see on your screen. One box has trigger and the other has action written over it. Now trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So whenever in your trigger application, when this trigger takes place that you are going to choose over here, the action application will perform or do this action that you will be assigning right here. So the trigger application for today's workflow is going to be WordPress, because once you create a post in your WordPress account, automatically action application, that is Pinterest, will create a pin for that. So the trigger event is going to be new post published. Click on the event and then Pabbly Connect will provide you this webhook URL which you are going to use to integrate WordPress and Pabbly Connect. Follow these instructions. We are going to perform them right now. So go to your WordPress account. First of all, you have to go to plugins, that is given over here in your left side panel, and go to add new. After you reach here, you see a keyword search plugins over here. Type WP webhook over there and let it go for a search. It will come up with this WP webhooks that's given to your right. Create powerful automation workflows directly within WordPress. You see it's already installed in my account. Yeah. And you have to install it before you can connect or follow these instructions over here. Once this is done, then now go to settings over here, and because you have installed it already, it will be visible over here in the last section of your settings. Click on WP webhooks and then it will open up. So you have to click on send data here on the top. After send data is opened over here, you will be having all the trigger list that you might have created earlier in your account. So you have to choose, scroll down in your panel here left side, post created. So all the triggers that have been applied over here for creating a post are visible to you. Now click on add webhook URL, that's given right over here, and then name this webhook. So I'm going to name it as, this is the name, and in this section you have to copy this URL given in your workflow in Pabbly Connect and paste it right here. Once you do this, click on add for post create and a new webhook will be added over there. So now this is added. Now you have to do one more setting. Scroll down and come to the end to the newly created webhook by you. Go to these three dots menu, settings, and then you have to select at what action or what event this webhook is going to work. So select post, it has to work on a post, and the post has to be published. So post published is the event, and then you will come down and click on save settings. So by clicking on save settings, you have completed your instructions, see over here, and now Pabbly Connect is waiting for a response. So now you have to create a post. So click on new post, and remember that this time you have to create a post along with the picture, because you have to create a pin in your Pinterest account, which is a very much requirement of a picture. Now I'm going to give it a title. This is my title, this is my content, And then I have to add a picture as well that I have already downloaded in my account or my system. So you scroll down and come to this bottom right corner over here where it's written set featured image. So click on the set featured image. It will provide you a big list of all the pictures that have been here. So I'll go to upload files because I'm going to select a file from my computer, and this is the one I'm selecting. Open it, let it load, and then when this option is available, set featured image, click on this button on your bottom right corner. It's here. Click on the button and then your image will be featured. See, it's featured over here. Once this is done, you have to check that yes, the title is done, the content is done, and the picture is also done. So click on publish, that is given to your right. You have to wait for the response over here in your Pabbly Connect. See, we have the response over here. All the details are here. If you scroll down, you will find all the things that you have entered while creating that post. What does the moon stands for? This is the title. Then we have the content, and then you will be having a thumbnail link that is going to be the link for your picture that you will be using to enter in the image URL section of your Pinterest. It's here. This is the post thumbnail. So now when this is done, which means that our response has been successfully captured. Now we will move on to our action application, that is Pinterest. So enter your application as Pinterest. And your action event is going to be create a pin, connect, add new connection, and connect with Pinterest. It will automatically detect. You just have to give access so that Pabbly Connect can give command to Pinterest to create the post with the information that this workflow has received from the trigger application. So now you have to select your board section ID, and other details that are generally required to create a pin in your Pinterest. So the board is there. You go to your account and then you will see the boards that have been created over here. I'm going to select this new board right here. So the board is selected already. Then the board section ID. If you have a board section ID, then you can select that. If you don't have it, just map it and leave this field open. Now you're supposed to map the details. How are you going to map? When you click on any empty field in your action application window, then you will see it will ask you to insert data from your previous step. So in that case, you will be given this drop-down menu that has the list of all the responses that you have received from your trigger application. So you just have to either scroll down and find your content, or you can just type in your search and map data, what are you looking for? For example, we are looking for an image URL, and we just discussed that the thumbnail link is the one that we have to enter over here. So just type thumbnail and see over here content uploads, and this is the name of the picture. So you just click there and this is the name of that picture. So the link is correct. Now in case of title, so again type in the search and map data, what does the moon stands for? This is the title. The description is the content. So type over here, and the moon signifies and all that detail is over here. So everything else is here, nothing else is left over here. Also check for the required fields. Image and title was the required field that we have successfully filled. No other required field is left empty. You can also fill the alt text and image link as per your requirement, but we don't require it right here in this workflow. Click on save and send test request and wait for the response from Pinterest. And here the pin has been created. Okay, so now scroll down and check for any error. If there is any error, you can correct it then and there. If it does not have any error, save this workflow over here and then go to Pinterest to check that have we created a pin over here. Refresh it again. And over here you can see this is the picture we just uploaded and this is the content over here, which means that we have successfully created a post. So just do a quick recap that our trigger application was WordPress. We created a new post. The event was new post published, and the action application was Pinterest, where we created a pin. So this was the whole workflow. I hope this helped.
Welcome to this tutorial on how to send WhatsApp messages for post creation in WordPress. So guys, if you're a WordPress blogger or a content creator who wants to share your newly published post with your WhatsApp contacts, then you're in the right place. In this video, I'll show you step by step how to set up an automation to integrate WordPress with WhatsApp, allowing you to send messages with your post link directly to your WhatsApp contacts from your WordPress dashboard. And with the help of this, you can streamline your content sharing process and reach your audience more efficiently than ever before. And we are going to set up this automation without any coding. So let's begin. To set up this automation, we are using Pabbly Connect, which is an integration and automation tool. And this is the landing page of Pabbly Connect. And I'm going to paste this same link in the description so that you can sign up for free and you will get free automation tasks every month to test and set up your automations. Okay. So sign up right now from the given link, and after that sign in and select the Pabbly Connect product and you will reach the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. From here, click on this create workflow button. Here you can give a suitable name to your workflow as well. So let me give a name here. So after giving the name like this, just click on create button and your workflow page will load up like this. And on this page, you will find these two modules, the trigger and the action. So with the help of these two things, we are going to build an automation. Trigger is an event which is going to start the workflow, and the action would be an automated consequence of the trigger. In our use case, publishing a post in WordPress is going to trigger this workflow, and an action would be to send the post link automatically on a number on WhatsApp. Okay. So here guys, when you click on trigger, it will ask to choose the application. So here you have to search for WordPress. Okay. Then you have to select the trigger event as post published. Okay, new post published. And it will give you this webhook URL. With the help of this, we are going to create a connection with WordPress by following these steps written here. Okay, and after that, we are going to capture the response of that connection. So let me show you directly how you can create this connection. First of all, guys, from the plugins section of WordPress, this is my WordPress dashboard, you have to install a plugin which is called WP Webhooks. Oh, okay, I have already installed this. Let me show you here. So after installing and activating the WP Webhooks plugin, when you click on settings, you will find it here like this. Okay. Click on WP Webhooks from the settings, and from this page you will find this send data option here. Okay, click on send data. All right, and from here guys, when you scroll down, you will find these options available from the left hand side panel. When you scroll down, you will find the WordPress segment. Under WordPress, you will find this post created option. Click on post created. And under this post created section, you have to click on this add webhook URL button. And here you have to provide a name to this connection that you are creating with WordPress. So I am giving the name as new test on connection. Okay, and here in the webhook URL field, you have to paste this URL that you got from your workflow. Okay, so just click on copy from here. All right, and the link is copied. Now click on come back to the WordPress, and here paste this URL like this, and then click on add for post create. All right, and your webhook connection will be created here like this. Let me show you. Here is my new connection, new test connection. Okay, from here click on these three dots, and from here click on settings. Under the connection settings, you will find this trigger on selected post type. So from here select post, and here it will ask trigger on initial post status. So it is asking when you want to send the data from WordPress to your workflow. So guys, we want that when we publish the post, then it should trigger the workflow. Okay, if you want that when you create the post and save it in draft, then it should publish. Then you can select draft option. You can select pending review, private, pending payment. You can select many options. I'm selecting published here. Okay, and now click on save settings from here, and the settings of your webhook connection will be saved like this. Okay, now you can close this window, and here you can see guys, as we have copied the webhook URL here, it started showing waiting for the webhook's response. This means now we have to perform a test submission. Test submission means now I am going to manually create a test post in WordPress. Okay, and we are going to capture the details of the post here as I'm going to publish. Okay, and with the help of that test data only, we are going to move forward in this automation. Okay, so let me just quickly create a test post here that might that can be a simple post. Just to set up this automation, you do not have to create a big post or something. You can create any thing like that. So I'm giving the title of the post as test title. In the description, I'm putting this is a test post. All right. And if you want to attach any photo, you can do many things here in WordPress. Let me just set up a set of featured image also quickly. Okay, I've attached the featured image, and now let me just publish this post. You can select any category as you want, and here I'm clicking on publish, and as the post is going to be published, the data or the response of the post will be captured in the response section of your workflow. Okay, let us see. And here you can see, guys, the post just got published here. Okay, let's see in our workflow if we got the data captured. And here you can see, guys, we have received this data. So this post was uncategorized, so it is showing that it is uncategorized. Okay, and here you can see the draft details, and when you scroll down a bit more, you will see the post title as test title. The status is published. All right, here you can see the modification date, the creation date, and here the post ID. Okay, and here in the same response you will get this post permalink label, in which you'll get the link of the post that we can share anywhere. This is the link of the post that we want to share, and I want to share this link on WhatsApp. And to connect with WhatsApp, we are going to use a WhatsApp API provider tool known as Interact. Okay, so Interact is the business API provider for WhatsApp, and we can have this connection here in the actions tab, and select the action event now as send WhatsApp template message. Okay, then click on connect button. From here, select add new connection, and here it will ask for the API secret key of Interact. So you'll get the key from the developer settings. So let me show you the Interact's dashboard. This is the Interact application, and here on the bottom left hand side we have this settings option. Click on it, and from here click on settings one more time. Under settings page, click on developer setting, and here is the secret key that we needed. Just copy this key and paste this key here in the secret key field like this, and then click on save, and you will be connected with Interact. Okay, and here it will ask for the country code, the phone number, the full phone number. So here you can fill your phone number on which you want to receive the messages. Okay, right, so I'll fill the phone number later, and here you have to remember, you have to fill the phone number in the same format with a plus sign and a country code. Okay, 91 is for India, you have to put yours. Okay, here it is asking for the template's code name. So what is a template? So guys, to send messages on WhatsApp via Interact, you need to create message templates first here in Interact application. Message templates are predefined message structures that you have to create, and with the help of those templates you can send messages to multiple people for multiple reasons on WhatsApp. Okay, here for this purpose I have created this template, you can see, named as post publish. And let me open this, and here in a template you can have a header in the message in which you can send a text, an image, a video, or a document. In this particular template we are not sending any header, so I have selected none option. And here is the template body. You can see this is the main message that we are going to send. So I have written, hey there, this is to inform you that a new post is published on your WordPress website. Here is the link. We welcome your feedbacks. If you like the content, don't forget to share with your network. And here you can see in after the link word, I have placed this digit 1 and double curly braces. This is called placeholders or body variables of the message. Body variables means we can change the value of that variable every time we are sending the message. In our case, whenever there is a new post on WordPress, the link is going to be changed and the same link will be sent. The changed link will be sent with every message with the help of this body variable. Now how to use this body variable and this template? First of all, here it is asking for the template code name. So when you open this template in Interact, in the top search bar after this template slash and slash view, you will get this code type words and this is the template's code name. So you just have to copy this word and paste it here like this. This is the template code, and in the language code you have to fill the code of the language. So I have created the template in English language and the code of English is EN. You can learn about the codes from the Interact only and put it here. We are not sending anything in the header, so you can leave the header value field blank. In the body variables, as I have told you, you have to put the value of the body variable here so that it will reflect on a message here in place of the body variable. Now guys, here I want to share the link of the post. So we got the link of the post here in the response in the first step. So I'm going to map this post permalink label here in this body variable field. So to map the link, you just have to click here and the previous step will appear in the drop down, and when you click on it, you will get the data right here. From here, map the post permalink label. Okay, so if you have multiple body variables, you can put the values by separating the values in commas. Okay, you can read here in the example. Right now we have only one variable, so I have mapped the link. Now guys, if you have a call to action button placed inside the message, you can switch the position of it. 0 and 1 are the two positions, and here you can put the redirection link of the CTA button. Right now we are not sending any links, or we are not attaching any buttons, so I'm leaving these fields blank. Now guys, to show you the demo how the message is going to appear on WhatsApp, I'm going to put my WhatsApp number here in this field, in the full phone number field in this format. Then I'll click on save and send test request button and show you the message. So guys, here I am clicking on save and send test request button. And guys, we have received a new message on WhatsApp. You can see here. And this is the new message, and here you can read, hey there, this is to inform you that a new post is published on your WordPress website, and here is the link, and here you can see the link attached in the message, and by clicking on the link, person can reach your post like this. Okay, this is a test post. Okay, this is how it is going to work. Now you can share this message with as many people as you want on your WhatsApp using your WhatsApp. Okay, and that's how you can grow your network. Now guys, we are done setting up this automation, and you have to set up it only once. After that, you do not have to do anything manually in the workflow. And guys, you can use this workflow because I'm going to paste the link of this workflow in the description, and you can clone it in your own free Pabbly Connect account and start using this automation instantly.
Hello everyone, so in this video we are going to learn how to automatically share WordPress posts to social media platforms. So whenever you create a post in WordPress, you want to create the audience, you want to expand the audience, and that is why you want to create that same post information to other social media platforms, which means here we are going to take WordPress integration with Facebook, then also to Twitter and also to LinkedIn. So what we are going to do, create an automation with the help of Pabbly Connect, where whenever the trigger new post created takes place, then the first action will be to create page post in Facebook. Then our second action step will be create tweet in Twitter, and our last action step will be to share article URL in LinkedIn as well. So let us learn how are we going to create this automation.
So let us learn that how can you create a post on different social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter and LinkedIn whenever a new post is created in your WordPress over here. So we are going to create that automation, quickly sign in into our account, so that we will be reaching this place where I can see all the applications provided by Pabbly, and we will be using Pabbly Connect to create this automation. Click on Access Now. That will take me to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Reaching here, you will be able to see a big blue button on your right side where it is written Create Workflow. Click on the button and give a suitable name to your workflow. I'm going to name it as Automatically Share WordPress Posts to Social Media Platforms. Click on Create, and then a blank workflow will be created for you, like you can see on your screen. you will be able to see trigger and action, which are the two major modules of Pabbly Connect on which the complete automation over here runs. Before that, remember to open those applications which are supposed to be integrated, like WordPress, where the post will be created. Then we have the social media platforms as Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn over here, so that you can connect all these applications to Pabbly Connect and also to make the required changes over there for this automation. Now, as the trigger says when this happens and action says do this, trigger is going to be the first application where the event will take place the very first time. Like here, our trigger is going to be WordPress because the post will be created over there. And the event will be taking place as new post published. Once this event takes place, then the action applications are going to be various. In this case, we have Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So let us begin with the trigger over here. When you choose the trigger event as new post published, you are provided a webhook URL. This webhook URL acts like a bridge between the trigger application and Pabbly Connect in such a way that when you copy it from here and paste it in your WordPress, every new post that will be created, like that event which is given over here takes place, then the response related to that will be brought over here as a webhook response. And that is why it is called a webhook response. These are the instructions given to you in order to integrate this webhook URL. So let us follow these instructions and connect our trigger application with Pabbly Connect. First of all, copy it from here and then go to your WordPress. From here, find plugins first of all and click on add new. Here in the search plugin section, you have to click on WP Webhooks. And here, this is the WP Webhook, which is useful to create powerful automation workflows directly within WordPress. As you can see, it is already active in my case. You have to activate this or install this. After that, it will be easy for you to connect your WordPress and Pabbly Connect. Once you're done with the installation, scroll down and go to settings. Here WP Webhooks will be visible to you. And then here you will click on send data. You will click on send data because we are going to send data from this application to Pabbly Connect. Now scroll down and you will find all the webhooks that you have created for any specific situation like given on the left side. I will choose post created from here and these are the webhooks here connected for creating a post. I will add a new webhook URL and give a name to it. Here I'm going to name it as social media platforms and give a name and then paste this over here. Add for post create. So now the webhook is added for post creation. Whenever a post is created, this webhook, which is in the end, will be updated or triggered. Now click on these three buttons over here and go to settings. Here you have to select the type of post, which is post, and the action done on that is published. So whenever a post over here is published, then this trigger will take place. Settings are saved and here you can see it is waiting for a webhook response, which means that we are supposed to create a sample submission. We have to create a sample post over here. So go back to your post here and add a new post. Let me add the title over here and I will add the content and publish it. And the moment I click on this publish button after adding the details, I will receive the response over here. The title of my post is Healthy Habits and here I will enter the content. And this is my content over here. So I have written a paragraph about healthy habits and I will click on publish. And when this publish button will change to update, which means that my post has been published. Since my post is published, I'll come back here and see we have received a response. Scroll down and look for the common values. Here is the title, which is healthy habits. The date of the creation is given over here. And you have to find a post permalink over here, which is actually the link to your post, which is this post permalink. Okay, so this is the link that you have to post over there, this is the link that you're going to share to different platforms so that a post can be created over there as well. Now, since we have received this trigger response over here, let us move ahead with our action application. The action application, first one I'm taking is Facebook, and you will see so many options in front of you. You have to choose Facebook pages because we will be creating this post in a specific page on Facebook. Now select the event as create page post. Connect Facebook and Pabbly Connect so that Pabbly Connect has all the response in the trigger response of WordPress. So whatever post data from WordPress has been received by Pabbly Connect can be transferred easily to Facebook pages. Now add new connection, connect with Facebook page and then select your account that you're working upon. Continue with the name and it will be connected. Here, The connection is done. See, and our page has been selected automatically. What is the name of the page? The name of our page is Pabbly. It's not Pabbly Tech. So open this drop down menu and select that specific one. If you can find it by scrolling down, well and good. If not, then you can type it over here. Plain Pabbly is the name. This is the one. Okay, so this is the name of the page. Now you have to draft a message which can be called a caption. So I'm going to write over here. Hello all, here is my new post on, then give the topic over here. So what is the topic? Healthy habits. So I'm not going to write healthy habits over here. I will rather map the title. Why? Because every time a new post is created, like the post over here is healthy habits. If it was new yoga, or if a new post is created by any other name, then that name will be updated over here with a new response. And that is why I'm going to map that pathway over here. And then I have to give a link URL attached to this post. So in the link URL section, as I mentioned, you have to map the perma link. Again, this is the link. If you can find it, fine. If not, then you can take help from search and map data. Click on Save and Send Test Request and you will see a post will be created in the Facebook page post called Pabbly. So we have received an ID over here. As I say, IDs are proof that a product has been created. Close this module and let us go to check is a post created in Facebook or not. Refresh this over here. And here it is. Hello all, here is my new post on healthy habits. And this is the link. If you open it, it will take you to the WordPress post straight away. See, this is the one. All right, which means the link works. Now let us proceed with the next application, which is Twitter. So click on this plus button. A new action module will appear. And here choose Twitter as your application. The event over here is going to be create tweet, connect. And now you have to connect Twitter and Pabbly Connect for the same reason that the triggered response from WordPress can be used to create a tweet in Twitter. Add new connection and connect with Twitter. Now you have to enter client ID and secret over here. So for that, click on this learn more link. This process is a little lengthy, but since it is a one-time thing, you just have to create the automation and leave it to Pabbly Connect. So here, go on this link over here. To understand better, you can read this complete one. You have to sign up for a free account. If you don't have a free account, then you have to use your own account like I'm going to use. So I will straight away go to the developers page. Go to the developer portal. And here in project and apps, click on the name of your account. Here you will find keys and tokens besides settings. Click on that button and then you will find the client ID and client secret. I will copy it from here and paste in the respective places. Similarly, regenerate the client secret and then copy it from here and paste it over here. Alright, save it. Click on allow, authorize, and your connection is done. Now Twitter is also connected to Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to put the same message over here. The quote tweet ID or direct message deep link is not required in this scenario. We just need to fill in the details in the message box, which is a required domain. And here I will write again the same thing. Here is my new WordPress post on. Then I will give the title. So let me find the title from search and map data. See, here is the one. Press enter 2 times and then you can give the post perma link over here. So I'm going to again type that in the search and map data and see, here is the link. Now since both these fields are not required and also not important for our scenario, we can leave them empty. Click on Save and Send Test Request and see. Again, we have received an ID. So this ID and this is how the text will appear. Alright, so ID is a proof that a product has been created, which means a tweet might have been created. Let us close this module and move towards Twitter to check our workflow. Here, and this is my profile. Let me refresh it. And see, here we have, hello all, here is my new WordPress post on healthy habits. And this is again the same link. Alright, so now we have created post using the WordPress post data in Facebook and in Twitter. Now what we need to do is, now we need LinkedIn post as well. Alright, so we will come over here, click on the last plus button and add one more module to our workflow. This action module is for LinkedIn. So type LinkedIn over here And the event is going to be share an article, because obviously there is an article or URL. So you can choose the or URL together. So you will give the name also to the article and then share the URL as well. Connect, add new connection and connect with LinkedIn. You just have to enter the details over here, your credentials of account, sign in with that account, and then allow. Once this is done, the connection is successful. Now the author name is here, which is exactly the same as it looks. The content over here is the same. Let's take it from Twitter only. I'll copy this from here and paste it in my LinkedIn content. Okay. Give the title, take it from search and map data. All right. And then you have an article URL field as well, which is very easy for us because the URL fields are specifically for the links or URL. So we can easily map it over here. So I'm going to type in the search and map data permalink, map this. So we can map the link over here. The visibility is to public or connections. So I'm going to keep it public over here and click on save and send test request. A post will be created with the same content in my LinkedIn account as well. Now, since again we have received an ID, which means the post might have created. Now here, close this module again, and now we will look to LinkedIn and check. Here is my LinkedIn. We will go to LinkedIn, notifications, and here we have your post was successfully shared on LinkedIn, which means that a post has been created. And if you open it, you will see that hello all, here is my new post on healthy habits, and this is the link we have attached, which means that with the help of this automation, whenever a post will be created in WordPress, the same content will be used to create a post in Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. And similarly, you can automate different social media platforms with WordPress. So this was the whole video. I hope this helped.
Hello everyone, today we will learn how to add the post details to Excel when new WordPress posts are created, which means that every time you create a post in WordPress and publish it, the details should automatically be added to your Excel workbook as a new row added about that specific post. So we will be creating this automation with the help of Pabbly Connect, where our trigger will be the post published in WordPress is the trigger, and our action will be the new row added in your Excel. Let us learn how to do it.
So let us integrate WordPress and Excel in such a way that whenever a new post is updated in your WordPress account, then automatically, like this is my Excel sheet where I have already created these columns, title, post, link, and date, and all the detail related to that post in WordPress will be updated over here so that you can keep a record. We will be doing this with the help of Pabbly. Let us quickly sign in into our account, sign in with Google or whichever account you have. And then we are going to use Pabbly Connect to create this automation. Click on Access Now. And then as soon as you reach the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, click on this blue big button, Create Workflow, and give a suitable name to your workflow. I'm going to name it as Add Post Details to Excel when a post is created in WordPress. Click on Create, and then a blank workflow will be created for you. Here you can see you have two windows, Trigger and Action. Trigger is when this happens and action is do this, which means you have to choose two applications. One is trigger and one is action. For this workflow today, our trigger is going to be WordPress so that the event will be the post published. So we are going to do this work manually, that is going to take place in the trigger application. But the automation is actually for the action application because the updating of the detail in our Excel is going to take place automatically whenever a new post is published in your WordPress. So let us choose our trigger application as WordPress, and the event is going to be new post published. And then they provide you with a webhook URL which you are going to use to connect your accounts, that is Pabbly Connect and WordPress. For that, they will help you with these instructions. Follow these instructions and then you can use this webhook URL. So first of all, you have to add a plugin that is called WP Webhooks. I will let you know how are we going to do this. In this left side panel, you can find this option called plugin. Choose the plugin and go to add new. When this add new window opens in front of you, in the search bar, you have to type WP Webhooks. WP Webhook. And then this will appear in front of you as Webhook Create Powerful Automation Workflows directly within WordPress. Choose this In my system, it is already being installed. You have to install it so that you can use the webhook URL that is given to you over here. Then further, you have to go to settings, WP webhooks, and then send data. Choose that a post is created. Let us do this step by step. Under plugins only, you will find settings. Choose WP webhooks from here. And then they will provide you a menu in WP webhooks where you have to click on send data right here. So that whatever data is uploaded, for example, we are going to publish a post. So we are going to send that data to Pabbly Connect, right? Then you have to choose what post created. This left side panel is having a trigger and every trigger has a webhook URL. So we are going to choose post created over here and then all the post created webhook URL will appear. So add a new webhook URL, give it a name. So like I'm going to give it as Excel record and paste the webhook URL from here. I'm going to copy it from Pabbly Connect and post it over here or paste it and click on add for post create. Okay. Now once you have done this, a new webhook URL will be added. But you have to add one more trigger to it. Like come down to the same webhook URL list and then find your webhook that you have just created. This is Excel record. Click on these three dots. It will take you to settings. And in settings, you have to choose the trigger. So a post has to be published. Okay, the trigger on selected post type. So it's going to be a post. And what is going to be done to the post? It's published. Once this is done, click on save settings. And this is the last step. When this is done, then you can see that Pabbly Connect is waiting for a webhook response, which means you have to create a post now. Okay, so you can close this window and go to this plus button and create a new post. So you have to give a title to this post. I'm going to say it's a sample post. Okay, so, I will add details to it like so this is the data that I have added. Now I've given the title, I have given the data. I will now click on publish on the right side as you can see. Click on publish and you can see it's waiting. So as soon as this is published, this process is completed, you can automatically find a response over here. And the post is published. As you can see, it's written over here, post published. Okay, and you will see that yes, we have received a response also. So here you can see, first of all, the important thing is this link. This link will take you to the post directly. Okay, so this is useful to us. Then when you come down in this only, then you will find the title of the post and also you will find the data of the post. Along with that, you will find the date when it was created. So this is what we needed and this response is helpful for us. Now we will close our trigger window and move ahead to our action application. Our action application is going to be Excel. So just type Excel, choose your application, and the action is going to add row to worksheet because we are not going to create a new worksheet. We have already a worksheet created over here, which is called WordPress record, and then we will just add a row to it. Okay, so click on connect and click on add new connection. Connect with Microsoft Excel. It will automatically detect your account and then you just have to give access to Pabbly Connect. Click on yes and the accounts are connected in no time. Authorization successful. Now the same button will be called connected. Yeah. Now you have workbook, worksheet, columns, all the things are over here. So you have to choose a workbook first. The name of our workbook is WordPress record. So just click on this drop down menu and choose the workbook that you want to enter the details into. So as soon as you choose it, all these fields will appear in your Pabbly Connect workflow so that you can map the information. Here it is. Now you can see there is only one worksheet. Okay, this is sheet number 1. You don't need to change this part, but you have the title, post link and date. These are the 3 options and these are the 3 columns. So we are going to map the information. Now what is mapping? Mapping is actually using the information from the previous step to enter the details in the next step. So you just click on this empty field. It will ask you to insert data from the previous step, and for that it will provide you this drop down menu. When you open it, you will get all the list of the responses that you saw as a response in your trigger application. So just type a hint of what you want to enter in the field in the search and map data. Like the title was sample post. So this is the title and you're going to post it over here. So any new post when published, the title of that post will appear in the title column over here. Okay. Next is the link. So again, we saw the link. So you can just type link over here and see. It will get you to the link. The last thing was date. So you can also type date, which is post date. This is the date and the time when it was created. So you're going to post this area. Now we will click on save and send test request and wait for the response from the action application. And here is the response, the title, the link and the date. This is what we want to enter. Now A2 and C2 is a row range, like A2 and C2. It is updated till there. Now all the information is here. No error is there, because if there is any error, you can correct it then and there. If it shows no error, which means our workflow is correct, and we will just save our workflow first. Go back to our Excel, refresh it, and then check again that it is updated. See, this is the title, the link and the date is right here. The date format has also changed automatically because of the connection that we established in between Pabbly Connect and Excel. Okay. Now this is done, so let's do a quick recap of our workflow. Our trigger application was WordPress and the event was new post published. We used this webhook URL. It was a lengthy task, but yes, it's just a one-time thing. So we followed these instructions to use this webhook URL. Received this response when we created a new post. Then we transferred this information to our Excel by choosing the correct workbook, the correct worksheet, and then mapped the correct information. So this says that yes, a new row has been added, and this is the proof of our success of the workflow. So this was the whole video. I hope this helped.
Hello everyone, today we will learn how to create WordPress post from new Google Form responses. So like you have created a Google Form and every response that you receive will be used to create a post in your WordPress account. But then copying and pasting every post and creating it is a long task. So let us create an automation with the help of Pabbly Connect, where our trigger will be the new response received from Google Form and our action will be to create a post in your WordPress. Let us learn how to do it.
So let us create this integration where you can create a WordPress post from a Google form that will be filled by any prospective person. And to create this automation so that you don't have to copy paste the content of this form to your WordPress to create a new post manually, so you can create an automation. So let us quickly sign in into our account, where I will reach this place where I can see all the applications provided by Pabbly, and we are going to use Pabbly Connect for today's workflow. So let us click on Access Now, and then you will reach the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Reaching here, you can see that you have a big blue button on your right side where it's written Create Workflow. Click on the button and give a suitable name to your workflow. I'm going to name it as Create WordPress post from Google Form responses. Click on create and then a blank workflow will be created for you, like you can see on the screen. Now we have trigger and action over here. A trigger is when this happens and the action is do this, which means that our trigger application will have an event that will take place inside that application, and then it will trigger this workflow so that the action application can perform the assigned action. For this workflow, our trigger application is Google Form. Why? Because Google Form is to be filled in order to generate the content. So like you can see, I have a form that is already created over here, content generation form, and any person who's going to fill this form will be further transferred to our sheets. So we are going to transfer this in our sheets because Google Form and Google Sheets are automatically linked. We just need to create a new sheet for that purpose and then integrate that Google Sheet with our Pabbly Connect, and the response will be received from here. And then we can transfer that information to our action application that is going to be our WordPress. So the trigger event for Google Form is going to be new response received. And then we will be receiving a webhook URL over here that we will use to connect our Google Sheets. So first of all, you can see that we can create a new sheet over here. This is the new sheet where this Google form is already connected. Okay, so this is one response that we have received. Now we can say that here we don't need to enter anything. We are just supposed to fill up this form. So it is already integrated. So let us do one thing, that integrate this Google sheet with our Pabbly Connect. For that purpose, you have to follow these instructions and use this webhook URL. So now go to extensions in your Google Sheets and then go to add-ons, then get add-ons, and then this get add-ons box, you have to search in your apps Pabbly Connect webhooks. Click on Pabbly Connect webhooks and see, you have to install this. But as you can see, it's already installed. So it will be visible in the extensions menu as well. So it's already here. Now go to initial setup and you can see that here you have to enter a webhook URL. So copy this webhook URL from here and go back to your Google Sheets and then paste it over here. The trigger column for this purpose is the last updated column. So for this, we have the content, that is our last column. So let us choose our trigger column as E. Click on submit. And then you can also click on send test. The data has been successfully sent. Now this is the data that has been successfully sent. When this is done, so you will go to extensions again and click on send event. You have to select send event so that every time a new row is updated over here, a response is received right here. Now you can see that a response has been received over here. Now this is the response which is already updated right here. But we have to fill in the form all over again that we have already opened over here through the link so that we can submit the form and then we will capture that new response. So let us click on recapture webhook. And as soon as you click here, it will start waiting for a response till the time we are going to fill this form. Click on recapture webhook response and then it's waiting. So we'll go to this form and fill up the form. So the form details are, this is my name, my topic is technology, then I am in favor of technology. Okay, so I will write in favor and the content, I will paste the content over here. That is going to be my essay. So I will just submit. And then I'll go back to Pabbly Connect to wait that we will be receiving a response very soon. First of all, the response will be updated in our Google Sheets and then it will be updated here as well. See, it's here. In favor, first of all, the topic is technology. The spreadsheet name is Google Form. Then we have the name and the content right here, which means that we have successfully received the trigger application response. So now the step is to choose our action application or the destination, that is WordPress. So now open your WordPress in a separate tab and then choose the action event as create a post. Once you do that, you have to connect your WordPress and Pabbly Connect. Click on add new connection and you have to enter the username on the email address as well. So this is my username. Then you have to enter the password for your WordPress account. So this is my password. And then I will have to enter the base URL. As for the base URL, you have been given an example over here that it starts from HTTP or HTTPS, but if it has admin or login, so you have to select before that. Okay, like this is your example, like this, you have to use this instead of login or admin, whatever is after that slash. So we'll go back to our WordPress and see what is our URL. So we'll start selecting from HTTPS, and because we also have admin, so we will select till .com, copy it, paste it right here and click on save. It will take 2-3 seconds to authenticate and see the accounts are connected now. Now what are the post type? They have to be media, pages or templates. So we are going to select post only. What is the post title? So you have to select the, first of all, that you are in favor of technology. Okay, this is the title. What is the content? You have to map the content from here. This is the content section. No slug, status is published. You have to publish this, and the rest of it you can leave empty also, or you can choose the tags as blog, that it is a blog, and nothing else has to be changed over here. Once this is done, remember to put the name that you have taken under the content. So put a slash and n after this. Slash n is a substitute for the enter key in your keyboard, which means that it will come below the line, whichever is the last line. So we are typing over here by, and then map the name of the person that you have got in your Google Sheet also. This is the name. Okay. Now once this is done, you will just come down to click on save and send test request. And see, a response has been received over here, which is this is an HTML. And if you want to confirm, then first of all save this workflow and go to your WordPress to check that have we received a response or the post has been created or not. So this is the all post section where you will come down over here to see that yes, in a favor of technology, it's here, it's public access, the author is admin, and here is the blog. So you can see that when you open this one, you will be able to see that complete content that we posted as a content in our workflow. See, it's here by demo user. That's how we wrote it, which means that our workflow has been a success. So let us do a quick recap. That our trigger application was Google Forms. We created a Google form and got the information first of all in our Google Sheet, and then it was as the response in our trigger application. Further, we used our action application at WordPress where we created a post with the help of Pabbly Connect. We also did one method over here which is called mapping. You can learn how to map with the help of the video that is given in the description of this video, and then you can learn mapping that is necessary for every workflow that you create using Pabbly Connect. So this was the whole workflow. I hope this helped.
Hello everyone, today we will learn how to create WordPress posts from new Typeform responses. So if you have created a form using the form builder application Typeform and all the responses that you have been receiving, you want to use them to create a WordPress post, then don't do it again and again manually, but in fact you can create an automation with the help of Pabbly Connect. In this integration, our trigger will be the response received from Typeform and our action will be to create a post in WordPress. Let us learn how to do that.
So if you want to create a post in your WordPress website using any form submission, so this time we are going to learn to create automation with the help of Pabbly, where we can integrate our Typeform and our WordPress in such a way that I have created this specific form over here, and we will be filling this form, and the entry from this form will reach WordPress as a newly created post. So let us quickly sign in into our Pabbly account, so that I will reach this place where I can see all the applications provided by Pabbly. We are going to use Pabbly Connect for this automation. Let us create an access now. And then you will see a big blue button on your right side where it's written Create Workflow on the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Click on the button and give a suitable name to your workflow. Create WordPress post from Typeform entries. Click on Create, and then a blank workflow will be created for you right here. You can see on your screen a trigger and action boxes over here. The trigger says when this happens and action says do this. So whichever is going to be your trigger application, an event will take place in that application that will be called the trigger. And once it triggers the application, action application will make sure to perform the assigned action. For this workflow, our trigger application is Typeform, because once the form is submitted and then the action application will be WordPress where the post will be created. So the event is going to be new entry. If you have opened your Typeform account right here like this, so Pabbly Connect will automatically detect. You just have to give access by clicking on connect, then add new connection, connect with Typeform, and then it will automatically detect. Just click on accept. This is how you give access to Pabbly Connect to capture the responses received from that specific form. Now you have to select the form. There might be many forms created, like you can see over here, the list is here. My form is the form I am right now working upon. Now I will click on save and send test request, but before that, let us quickly copy the link of this form and then paste it in a new tab so that you are able to fill up the form. This is the link. I have copied it and now I will paste it. See, this is the form that has opened. Let us click on save and send test request and then go to the form and fill the form. I'm going to fill it with the name demo user. My reason is, this is my reason of this query, and the query is and this is my query that I have explained over here. Click on OK, and then I have to enter my email address, and this is my email address. As soon as I click on submit, I have submitted this form. I'll go to Pabbly Connect and wait for the response like this. And here you can see right in front of you, we have received the response. In the response, you will be having all the details, like see, this is the description that we wrote. This is the email address. Then we have the title also. and the name of the person also, which means that response from the trigger application has been captured. Now it's turn for the action application to perform the assigned action. So the application is WordPress and the event is to create a post. Click on connect and then add new connection. Now you have to enter the WordPress username or email address, whichever you want, WordPress password and base URL. Now for 2 minutes, we just have to ignore base URL because we have to first enter the username and password. So let us do that. This is my username and the password is. Now we come to base URL. So what is this base URL? It is this part of the URL. Like this is your WordPress account. So you have to enter from HTTPS to WP3 and not include admin or login if you had that. Okay, so you have to read this instruction given over here and accordingly copy it. So let us copy it till WP3 copied and now we'll paste it right here. Once this is done, click on save and the accounts are connected. Now you have to select the post type, the title, content, which means the general details that are you supposed to fill whenever you are creating a post. So you are doing it in the form of this workflow. So what is it? It is a type of post that you want to create. Then what is the title? The title is the query. So what was the title of the query? This was it. Okay, you can also write by a small hyphen and then give the name also. So right here we can write it in the search and map data to search for the data that you're looking for rather than going through the list of all the content. Now what is the post content? So this is the list where you are given all the responses that you have received from your trigger application. Either you can scroll like this, like you have found by scrolling. But if it is a very long list, you can just simply type in the search and map data and you will get to your content that you're looking for. Nothing else is required. Status is published. Yes, it has to be published. The ping status is open. Comment status is also open. If you want to change the author, I have changed it to the admin. Once this is done, just go to click save and send test request and wait for the response from WordPress. WordPress usually takes 2-3 more minutes as compared to other applications. So you have to give it a little more time. And here we have the response. See, you can see these are the links to the post that has been created using the details that we just entered. Save this part. And then we will go to our WordPress to check if we have created a post or not. All post from post in the left side panel and see expired products over here we have. It's public, admin and it's published right now. Which means that our workflow has been a success. So our trigger application was Typeform. We created a form and filled the form. So the details of the submission of the form were used to create a WordPress post. Now every time a new person or a new registration is done through this form, then you don't have to create a post for that form entry separately. It will be automatically done once this workflow has been set up. So this was the whole video. I hope this helped.
So in this video, we are going to learn how to add new WordPress posts to Nuelink. So if you keep on publishing your new post on WordPress and the image, the feature image which you use in your WordPress post, you want to post that same image into your multiple social media platform with the title as a caption, this automation is going to help you a lot. So in this automation, whenever a new post will be published on our WordPress site, automatically the featured image of that WordPress post will be added in our Nuelink account. And also we are going to add the title of that post as the caption of that image. And using Nuelink, you can schedule that image to be posted on your multiple social media platforms automatically. So how you can set up this automation and use it? To know this, you have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, here we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard. Now to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign-up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. And after reaching to this dashboard, just click on Create Workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I would like to name my workflow as WordPress to Nuelink. And then just click on Create. Now you can see that our workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have 2 different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those 2 concepts, those 2 principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with the trigger window. Now the idea here is, first we are going to connect our WordPress account with Pabbly Connect in the trigger window, so that every time a new post is shared on our WordPress site on our WordPress account, the details of that newly published post will be received inside Pabbly Connect. And after that, using Pabbly Connect, we are going to send the image from that new post which we have shared on WordPress to Nuelink. And then also we are going to add the post title as the caption of that particular image. And we are going to create a collection over here in Nuelink. So let's see how it is done. Now here in trigger window, in choose app, search for WordPress. Just select WordPress. And then in trigger event from the drop down, select the trigger event as new post published. After selecting our trigger event, Pabbly Connect gave us a webhook URL. Now using this webhook URL, we are going to connect our WordPress site with Pabbly Connect. So here let's copy this webhook URL from here. And to add this webhook URL on our WordPress account, just follow the help text given below over here. So let's go to our WordPress site. Now to add this webhook URL, first we have to install a plugin in our WordPress site. From the left sidebar, just go to plugin section, go to add new and search for WP Webhooks, this plugin. I have already installed it, so let me show you. So in my installed plugin section, we will search for that particular plugin. So after coming to this page, let's search for WP Webhooks. And yes, here you can see that this particular plugin named as WP Webhooks is already installed and activated on my WordPress site. After installing it, we have to go to the settings section of our WordPress site, and here under settings section, you can see WP Webhooks, this option. Just go to WP Webhooks from here. After coming to this WP Webhooks page, go to send data and then just scroll down. After scrolling down on the left side, here you can see a list of different events. Out of all of them, we have to select this event named as post created. After selecting post created, click on add webhook URL. Let's give this webhook URL name, for example, Nuelink. I would like to name it as Nuelink. And then here in webhook URL section, we have to enter the same webhook URL which we have copied from Pabbly Connect. Just copy it from here and then paste it over here. And after pasting this, just click on add for post create. And this is it. We have successfully added this webhook URL in our WordPress site. So let's search for this webhook URL named as Nuelink. And here it is. After reaching to this webhook URL, we have to click on these three dots in front of it and go to settings. After coming to the settings page, the first thing it asks us, trigger on selected post type. That on what type of post creation we want to trigger this webhook URL. We want WordPress to send data to Pabbly Connect. So we have to select post over here. And after that, in trigger on initial post status, what should be the status of the post when it's created, when we are sending these details to Pabbly Connect. Here we are going to select published. So we are telling this webhook URL that whenever a new page post, a new post is published on our WordPress site, send the details of that published post to Pabbly Connect. So after selecting these two options, just click on Save Settings. And this is it. We have successfully added the webhook URL in our WordPress site and connected it with Pabbly Connect. Now every time a new post will be shared on WordPress, automatically the details of that post will be captured inside Pabbly Connect. And we are going to do the same. We'll go to a WordPress site and here we are going to create a new post. Let's go to add new and then just scroll down. Let's add the name of this post. For example, I would like to create a post on automation and integration. Automation and integration. After this, let me add the content of this post as well. So let's paste the post content. And then here I'm going to also add an image, a featured image in this post. Go to set featured image option and here in my library I have this particular image. Let's add this image for example. So just now I have created a new post on my WordPress site. I have added the content, the featured image and also the title. Now after this, let's click on this publish button over here. And yes, here you can see that just now a new post is published on our WordPress site. Let's click on the link of this post and we will see this post will open in front of us over here. So this is the image and this is the complete post. And because we have connected this WordPress site with Pabbly Connect, we will see in our Pabbly Connect account here in trigger window, we will get a response. And here it is. And in this response, we will see the exact same details of the post. Here we have the thumbnail image, the image which we have added. We have the link of that image in the response. Let's open this link in a new tab and we will see this is the exact same image which we have added in this post. After this, we'll scroll down further. Here you can see the permanent link of this post. Then we'll scroll down and you will see the title and the content of the post as well. So here you can see the title of the post and also the status with the content of the post. So in post content, you can see the complete content as well. Now after this, the step 1 of setting up this automation is completed. We have successfully received the title of the post and also the image which we have added, the featured image from the post in Pabbly Connect. Now let's move to step 2. And in step 2, we are going to add this featured image in the content section of our Nuelink account in the collections. And also we are going to give a caption with the title of the post which we have shared on WordPress. Now to do this, just scroll down, come to our action window and here in choose app, search for Nuelink. Just select it. After selecting Nuelink in action event from the drop down, select add post to collection as the action event. Click on connect and select add new connection. So here guys, we have to connect our Nuelink account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, click on this connect with Nuelink button. And then here we can see that because I have already logged into my Nuelink account in my browser, Pabbly Connect has detected the same account. Just scroll down, click on give access. So here we have to select the collection, that the access of which collection we want to give. In which particular collection in our Nuelink account, we want to create this content. We want to add this image. So in my Nuelink account, I have created 2 different collections. First one is named as draft and second one is general. If you have created multiple collection, then here in this connection window, you can see a list of all the collection in this drop down. Right now, I'm going to select general and click on give access to general. After this, here you can see that our Nuelink account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making the connection, the first thing it asks us is the caption. That what will be the caption of the post of the image which we are adding in Nuelink. So as we discussed, we are going to add the title of the image as the caption. And here from WordPress responses, we have received the title of the post. So let's map this response of post title over here in this caption. And the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field and here in the drop down, you can see a list of all the responses which we have received from WordPress of a new post. Out of all of these responses, select this response of post title and map it over here. After mapping this, it is asking us for the media. That what is the media, what is the image or the video which we are adding in Nuelink. So here guys, just click here and from the drop down from WordPress responses, we have received this response of post thumbnail, the thumbnail image which we have added on our WordPress post. Just select and map that link over here. Then it is asking us all text, title, share to feed, post as short. So all of these fields are optional fields. If you want, you can enter these details over here or you can ignore them. Right now, we are just going to ignore them for now and then click on save and send test request. So after clicking on save and send test request, here we will see we have received some response from Nuelink and this response says success. Which means this image whose link we have added over here, whose link we have mapped, basically the image from our WordPress post has been added to the collection in our Nuelink account. And this is the caption of that post. So let's check it. We'll go to Nuelink. We have selected general as the collection. So let's open it. Let's go to the post section and scroll down. And yes, here you can see that automation and integration, the same post title which we have published on WordPress is added, and here you can see the same image which we have added in the WordPress post has been added as a content, as a collection over here in our Nuelink account. This means the automation workflow which we have created between WordPress and Nuelink is working perfectly fine. And using this automation, whenever a new WordPress post will be published, automatically the image of that post will be added as a collection in our Nuelink account, and the caption will be the title of that WordPress post. Now, after setting up this automation, let's test this automation workflow once in real time. We will go to a WordPress site and here we are going to create a new post. So we'll just go to the post section, go to add new. And then here we are going to add the title of this post as well. So the title is Benefits of AI. And then let's add the description, the post content over here. So this is the content. Now, I also want to add a feature image. So let's click on set featured image over here. Let's upload this file from my computer this time. And here is the image. Let's open it. And this file has been uploaded. And after this, just select Set Feature Image. So just now we have created a new post on our WordPress site. This is the title, Benefits of AI. Let me just correct it, Benefits of AI. So let's publish this post on my WordPress site. Click on Publish. And now this post has been published on my WordPress site. After publishing it, we will see automatically the same featured image which we have added in this post will be added in the collection in our Nuelink account. And yes, the post is now successfully published. Let's open this post once. Let's open this post in a new tab. And then here is the post. This is the image and this is the complete post. Now we will see as this post is published, automatically within seconds in our Nuelink account in this general section, a new collection, a new image has been added into the collection. So let's refresh this page and then we'll scroll down. And yes, here you can see that Benefits of AI. The same image which we have added in the WordPress post has been added to the collection in our Nuelink account. And here's the same caption as the title of the post. So this means the automation workflow which we have created in this video is working perfectly fine. So not just these applications, you can connect plenty of other applications with Pabbly Connect. And guys, one more important thing. You will find the clone link of this exact same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone the same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this automation workflow for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can do it for absolutely free.
Notify authors on Slack once their blog is reviewed and published on WordPress automatically. So assume that you and your authors have a channel over Slack, and whenever your authors are submitting the blog on your website, you as an admin, of course, going to first review that blog. If it is perfect, of course, you will publish that blog. Basically, you will change the status from drafted to published. Okay, and here I want that as soon as the blog is published, a notification should be sent on Slack to the author informing that his blog is published, and this is the link and this is the title of the blog. So if you also want to automate the process of notification sending on every blog publishing, then this video is for you. Now to automate this process, firstly I will have to build an integration in WordPress and Slack application, and I am going to do that with the Pabbly Connect, which is an integration and automation software. And since I am an existing user, here you can see I am already logged in. You can also create your free account in Pabbly Connect in just 2 minutes from the sign up free button, and in the free account you will also get free tasks to test this automation. Now once you will reach to the dashboard, firstly click on this blue button that is create workflow and provide any random name to your workflow, to your automation. I have pasted the name as notify authors on Slack once their blog is published on WordPress. Now I will click on create, and then you will notice 2 boxes in front of you. Okay, so these are actually trigger and action, and here the trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So whenever this happens, then automatically do this. So understand with an example. Let's say whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, then automatically send an email via Gmail application to your customers. Okay, so this is how you need to always select the applications in which you are building an automation. Okay, and here according to our use case, whenever any new blog is published in WordPress application, then automatically send the notification on Slack application. Okay, so that is why I will be selecting both the application in this trigger and the action window. Okay, and the idea here is I'm going to connect both the applications one by one with the Pabbly Connect. Okay, so firstly you will have to select the trigger event, that is whenever the new blog is published. Okay, so let me show you where is that trigger. Alright, new post is published. Okay, this will trigger when new post is published. Okay, and now here you can notice as soon as I have selected the trigger event, it has provided me a webhook URL. Okay, so basically with the help of this URL only, I am going to build an integration, build a connection in this Pabbly Connect and WordPress website, and the instruction for the same are already given here. Okay, so let me first copy this URL, and here I will go back to my WordPress website. in which all the authors, all the users are going to submit the blogs. Okay, so firstly I will visit the plugin section, and here you can read the instructions that visit the plugin section, click on add new and search for this specific plugin, and here in this plugin you will have to select the setting, then WP webhooks, and then send the data. Okay, so coming back to my WordPress website, and this is the plugin section. I am sorry for that, and let me first search for the same plugin name, that is webhooks, whether it is already installed or do I need to install it. Okay, here you can notice this plugin is already installed. Okay, so instead of installing it again, I will directly click on this setting option. Okay, and this is how my plugin will be opened up. Okay, and now directly click on this send data button. Okay, as per the instruction, I have followed the instruction and clicked on send data. Now it is asking to select the post created from the left sidebar, and then click on add webhook URL, and then provide the name, and then paste the webhook URL. Okay, so I have already copied this URL. Going back to my WordPress website, here is the send data option. From the left hand sidebar, I am going to search for the post created option as per the instruction. Alright, it has got selected. Clicking on this add webhook URL button, and now I will provide a random webhook URL name, something like Slack and WordPress. Okay, I am providing this particular name, and this field, in this field I will paste that webhook URL which I have received from Pabbly Connect. Clicked on add for post, and here you will notice that this webhook URL has been added. Now click on this three dot and then click on settings. Okay, let me come back to the Pabbly Connect's dashboard and read the further instructions. Okay, so it is asking to select the click on the setting links next to your added trigger URL. Well, I have already did the same. Okay, select post from the trigger on selected post type, and then select published from the trigger on initial post status change, and then click on save setting button. Okay, so that is why here I want that whenever the post is published. Okay, let me select the same, that is whenever the post is published, and now I will directly click on save setting. Okay, this is how I have connected WordPress and Pabbly Connect successfully. Okay, and when I will come back to Pabbly Connect, you can notice it is waiting for the webhook response. Okay, so also read the instructions that log into the application where you have added the webhook URL and do a test submission record so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. Okay, so basically it is asking to do a test submission or record, and here the test submission means creation of a new post into your WordPress website. Okay, so instead of directly drafting a post into this particular account, I am going to log in as an author. Okay, well, I have already created a new author with the name. Okay, let me show you the name of the person, that is dummy user. Okay, and as an author, as a user, I am going to draft a new content. Okay, and as soon as I will draft the content here, you will notice that the admin will be able to access this particular blog. Okay, firstly they are going to review this blog, and then they are going to change the status from draft to publish. Okay, so this is just a random blog, this is just a random blog for testing. I'm providing this particular title. Okay, how about I directly paste the same content here? Again, I am telling you this with an example, so that is why I am drafting a dummy, a test blog only. Okay, now I will click on the save draft button. Okay, now you will have to assume that recently a new author has been created and submitted a blog, so by simply drafting the content. Okay, now let me come back to my WordPress website, and as soon as I will click on this post section, you will notice basically as an admin you can access the very same blog here. Okay, here you can notice this is just a random blog for test. Okay, so assume that I am an admin and I am reviewing this blog and I am really satisfied with this blog, so that is why I am going to publish this blog successfully. And as soon as I will publish this blog, you will notice that this automation will trigger. Basically the data of that published blog will be received via Pabbly Connect. Okay, so coming back here, and well, you can notice that the response is received already because the post is published. Okay, let me show you the details one by one. Let me directly search for the title. Alright, here you can notice this is the permanent link. Basically, this is the URL of my blog. Let me open that. And here you can notice the same title and the same content. Coming back to my dashboard of Pabbly Connect, and let me show you the title and the content as well. Okay, so this is the post title, this is the status, this is the post name, and here we also have the date and time. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that the connection in between Pabbly Connect and WordPress website is working absolutely fine. And now onwards, what will happen? Every time a new post is published in WordPress website, the details will be captured via Pabbly Connect instantly, because this trigger will instantly capture new incoming data and the workflow execution will start in real time. So moving further, now I want to notify this author that his blog is published. But before that, I will have to find out with the help of automation only that this blog is published by which particular author. So here you can notice in this response, I have also received the ID of the author, and with this particular ID, I can fetch the other details of the user as well. For that, I will have to apply this WordPress step once again as an action step. Okay, so let me search for the same, that is WordPress. Okay, and I am going to connect to WordPress once again with the Pabbly Connect, but this time in the action event, I will search for this search user action event. Okay, clicking on connect, clicking on add a new connection, and for the connection it is asking for the username, the WordPress password, and finally it is asking to done the basic authentication process. Okay, so how you can do that, all the instructions are mentioned here, and even the video is also provided here. Okay, so you can watch this video from here, and it is also asking for the base URL. Okay, so this is my WordPress website. Firstly, I am going to copy the WordPress base URL. Okay, and let me paste the same, and then I am going to do this basic authentication process. For that, you will have to go to the plugin section once again. Alright, so this is my plugin section, and here I will have to search for this plugin, that is WordPress REST API authentication plugin. Okay, let me copy the same thing and paste it here, and I'm really guessing that this plugin is already installed into my WordPress account, and here you can notice it is already installed. Okay, so that is why I'm clicking on the configure method directly. I have clicked on this basic authentication plugin, basic authentication process, and make sure you also select this username and password with base 64 coding, clicking on next, and then click on finish, and this is how the authentication method will be done. Basically, the configuration is successful. Okay, coming back to Pabbly Connect, and now let me paste the username and password here. Alright, so I have pasted the same, clicking on save, and this is how I'm expecting that my WordPress account will be connected as an action application also, and here you can see it is connected. Now it is asking for the search keyword. Basically, either add the user ID, the username, or the user email. Okay, you will have to provide either one of the thing. Okay, so I'm going to provide the user ID from where? From the WordPress data, and the interesting thing is I don't need to manually copy any data and paste it here. I am going to map this data, and mapping is very simple. Click on this field and you will find the above data here in the drop down. Let me search for the author ID. Alright, so this is the author ID which I have mapped. Now I will click on this button, and you will notice that all the user related information will be received as a response. Here you can notice we have the username, we have the name, we have the first name, we have the email address, we have the link of the author. Alright, and we even have the date and time of this author creation. Okay, so again, presence of this data clearly shows that connection is working absolutely fine. And let me tell you what is the meaning of of mapping. So whatever the details you will map here, these details will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time. Okay, so basically what will happen whenever a new author will submit the blog as a user, the ID of that user will be fetched up automatically and this ID will be replaced with that new ID. Okay, so this is the power of mapping, and that is why mapping plays a major role inside this automation. Okay, so this is how this automation is going to take place. And now when I have the user related details, and now when I also have the blog published details, I can easily send the notification over Slack about this blog publishing. Okay, so I am going to connect Slack with the Pabbly Connect, for which you need to select add a new connection, click on connect with the Slack, and then you will have to provide the token type. Well, you can read the difference in this user and the bot token type. Okay, in user also you will get the permission of sending the channel messages. Let me show you here. You can notice channel message. Okay, so that is why I can also go with the user. Okay, so let me provide the same, clicking on save, and this is how my Slack channel will be also connected with the Pabbly Connect. It is asking for the permission, so let me click on this allow, and the authorization is successful and my Slack application is connected with the Pabbly Connect. And since we are connected, whatever the channels I have into my Slack account have started visible here, and I'm going to select this new Pabbly team. Okay, this is the link. Let me search for the same, that is new Pabbly team. Alright, I have selected the same, and finally it is asking that what message you would like to send to your authors on Slack. Okay, so I have already prepared a nice message into this notepad. Okay, so let me copy the same. Okay, and now I am going to paste the exact message, and firstly I will do the formatting of this message. Alright, so this is my message. Hello, a new blog is just reviewed and published on our WordPress website. The blog was submitted by author with the username, and here I will specify the username, and remember we have just fetched up the details, basically the username of the person. I have mapped it. Okay, and as I have told you, the details which I am mapping here will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time. And now I am searching for the title of the blog, which was this is just a random blog for test, and lastly I will add the link of the blog. Where is the link of the blog? Alright, so this is the permanent link, basically the perma link. Okay, so this is how you can compose your message. This is how whatever you want to send as a notification, you can write all the details here. And let me tell you, whatever the details I have provided manually, these details will remain same. Okay, so how about I skip all the fields and click on the save and send test request button, and this time you will notice that the same message will be received on my Slack channel automatically. Okay, let me first refresh my Slack application. Well, the message is not arrived. I will have to check what is wrong with this. Alright, I have got the problem. The channel I have selected is actually random. Okay, so I'm guessing that the same message has been sent in this random channel. Okay, let me open the same channel, and here you can notice that yes, the same message has been sent in this specific channel only. Okay, so this is how whatever the channel you will select here, the message will get sent on that channel only, which is a great thing. Okay, hello, new blog is just reviewed and published on your WordPress website. The blog was submitted by the author with username, and here we have the same username. The title of the blog was this, and here we have the blog link. Thanks, keep submitting the more valuable content. Okay, so this is how now onwards, every time someone is going to submit your blog on WordPress website, now you can directly inform that person on Slack. Basically, this author will get notified automatically whenever his blog will be published. In that case, that particular user, that particular author should be the member of your Slack channel. Okay, and if you also want to automate this process, you just need to create this automation automation inside Pabbly Connect once. After that, you can sit back and relax because Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. You do not have to do anything manually. And just in case if you want to access this automation, this workflow inside your Pabbly Connect account, I will also attach this link into my description box. Okay, you just need to click on this link and sign up into the Pabbly Connect, and then you will be able to access this workflow, this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free. Not just these applications, you can integrate multiple applications and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. You can ask your queries at forum.pabbly.com. My team will surely answer to your questions. This is the website of Pabbly Connect, and for the latest updates of Pabbly Connect and unique automation ideas, you can join our Facebook group, that is formget.deals. If you have found this video helpful in any way, share it with your friends and colleagues and also help them to automate their business. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.